All right, ladies and gentlemen, and all of those of you who are viewing online, we welcome you again to the Balata playing field where we are witnessing the first semi-final between, in Division 2, between Forestierre and Jaguar team.
Well, tonight we have myself, we have the duo, the Charles duo of Mr. Irenaeus Charles and myself, Jovan Charles. And we have had 3 balls bowled by Mr. Jonathan to very compact, and I think everybody should know him by Stephen Natram. And we find that the line has been going across him, hitting the outside edge on 3 occasions. You know, it promises to be a very good match. Yes, and this one is full and goes straight, and then they trot down for a single. Ball goes to long off for the first roll of the bat. Forestier is none for one, and then you have on strike Joshua Mann, a power pack left-hander who could hit the ball a very, very long way. So Forestier starts off with a left and right hand combination, looking to upset the lines and lengths of the bowler. So let's see if the bowler is up to it. But Jonathan has been bowling well all throughout the tournament, so he has a lot of experience. So we could say that he could adjust his line and length very, very, very quickly.
Yeah. They are making some adjustment to the field because it's a lefty and a righty was facing a while ago. That's Natram. Natram is currently a Rhode Islands player and national team.
National team is actually the national wicket keeper.
Okay.
You know?
So we're expecting great things from him. Jonathan in to bowl his 5th delivery, and he wraps
Joshua Mann
on the pads.
On the pads,
yeah.
Right on the boot. So I guess the line is to Joshua right up. Don't give him anything to free his arms, because in APL, you know, once you give the batsman room, you'll be very, very expensive.
Oh, yes. Oh, yes.
So I think 2 more balls left for the over. Joshua Mann takes his guard, looks up, bowler comes in. Oh, no ball is called by the umpire. It seems he have overstepped his boundary.
Most likely, yeah.
Okay, no ball, and that results in a free hit. So we're looking forward to Joshua teeing off. So the question is where he's going to tee off.
Yeah.
He's somebody who has a range of shots, offside, leg side, so the bowler has to be spot on. You know, the beauty of APL is you find persons from all walks of life playing cricket. You know, we had politicians, teachers, bus drivers, you know, everybody, Windward Islands players, national players, and just a guy who just wants to turn his arm for fun.
Yes.
Okay, and that ball is wide. You know, like we said, we want to give him room, but he gave him too much room. That's the first extra of the day, of the game.
Yeah.
Score is 2 for none. Still a free hit. The bowler still has to be spot on, because Joshua get a second attempt to hit him out of the park, and he comes in. Oh, nice. He was a little bit full, and there's no log on. There's a straightish shot long or mid on, no long on.
For the team, the Jaguars, the loose delivery in terms of the no ball and the wide gave them the ability to hit now. And as they hit, as Joshua hit, there was that vacant area in the long on area, and he collected 4. So that brought the total to 7 without loss.
Yes, he started off pretty well. It's just that one bad mistake, and that's how it is in cricket. You make one bad mistake and you cost your team.
Yeah, capitalize on it. Yeah,
I think that at Balata, starting off at 7 runs over is okay. But what we normally see at nights, normally teams come back really well. So normally we see a score of 150, 130, 140 is a competitive total. And we have, oh my goodness, on a wicket, first ball by Villain Edward. Beautiful catch at cover by Peter Felicia. That is a really good catch.
Indeed.
There. Very good catch. And Stephen Natram is distraught.
Yes.
Very distraught. Normally he's normally the guy that takes the attack apart. But today he fell very cheaply.
Yes. Just one run he scored? Yeah.
Just one.
Yeah.
And that is a big blow to Forestierre, a
Indeed.
very big blow. Sure, they bat very deep, but they always look upon Stephen Natrum
Yeah.
to carry out his innings.
Yeah.
And Jaguar is very, very, very delighted.
Yeah.
Very delighted to get Stephen Natrum out. And I think that I know, talking from experience, bowling to him, I mean, come on, he's one of the best.
Yeah,
He's
he
one
is.
of the best. So
He is.
getting him under 10 is like a big thing.
Indeed.
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 And he's currently playing the Dream 11 tournament.
Okay, and
Yeah.
I understood he was very prolific this today at the
Yes.
Dream 11. Yeah.
Yes, yes, he did. I think today he scored his second 50.
Okay.
Second
Okay.
50 of the
Yeah.
tournament.
Yeah. Yeah.
So yes.
So it is sad to see he's back, but the Jaguar team, they are jubilant to see him in the hut. The second delivery is about to be bowled. Oh, that's a wayward delivery.
That is a wayward delivery. It is wide call. I guess he was so excited after that wicket. But yes, he just needs to calm down, you know. Very good. He got the wicket first ball of Stephen Natrum, but he still has to just keep it tight, you know.
Yeah.
That's a big blow.
Good. The gentleman who has replaced him, he has a number 69 on his back.
Villain Edward. Oh, and a full toss played into the gap in cover, and then good fielding there. Keep it down to 1, which brings Joshua Man on strike.
Yeah.
You know, a little byplay between Joshua and the keeper. And one thing, that's something about APL. I mean, everybody wants to win, but the fellowship, the camaraderie, you know, that is something we see.
Yeah, all the time, all the time.
And I remember you saying we have over 500 players playing in this tournament. It is one of the biggest tournaments in St. Lucia.
Yeah, it has grown to leaps and bounds, you know.
You know, everybody's playing APL and everybody is just having fun, winning or losing, it doesn't matter, under the banner of Christ.
Very good. It looks like there's a place for everybody.
It's a place for everybody, you know.
Yes. And even the differently able. I saw some differently able gentlemen who are playing on teams.
Next ball?
Yeah.
Oh, pass the outside edge. Joshua wanted to cut it behind square, but it just missed the outside edge.
Yeah. Yeah.
You know, so with Steve, I just come out a little bit in those couple of early overs and then, you know, tee off at the end, put away the loose balls and next. Oh my goodness, commentator's curse.
Yes.
Commentator's curse.
We just saw here Joshua going down to undrive that ball. And he missed it, and the leg, is it the leg stump? It looks like the leg stump.
The leg stump
is broken.
And Jaguars are so happy that both Joshua and Stephen is back in it for under
under 10. Yeah,
under 10, and two of the biggest batsmen in the side.
Yeah, 8 for 2.
8 for 2. It seems that Jaguar came with a plan. Sure, they had 1 or 2 extras, but they came to bowl line and length straight and then got the reward. So yes, so I mean, we're not counting Forestierre. They, like I said, they bat very, very deep, and they are fighters. They don't die wandering, you know.
Yeah. But the Jaguar team, I must commend them because they are newcomers to the Division 2.
Yes, yes.
And that's the first year. They are now in the plate semi-finals, and we must tell our viewers that the plate semi-finals are the teams that are at the bottom that are playing.
Next ball, oh my goodness, and goes. I think from my vantage point, it seems that he's getting a bit of movement off the deck.
Okay. So the bottom teams are playing among themselves to see who will be, you know, the top bottom team, you know. And that tournament, the plate semi-finals, is is going on this time, and he's playing a nice delivery. Length. Yeah, he's playing at that delivery that is in the middle stump, and he just played it gently to short cover, no run. That brings over number 2 to an end. A very productive over for the Jaguars.
Yeah. So after over that conceded 7, this bowler gave away only 1.
Yeah.
So we talk about batting partnerships. We have bowling partnerships. When one bowler did not do at the end, it's a job of the other bowler to just keep it tight.
Yeah, he made up for it.
He made up for it. So just 1 he gave.
Only 1 run, and 2 wickets are now in the hut. 2 good wickets
Yes.
are now in the hut. Jaguars are ready. They tail up, and they are the third over is about to.
Yes.
So
Oh,
it's
my
so
apologies.
it's
2 runs, yes.
9. Okay,
Yes.
9. Okay, there was a wide. So Jonathan at the top of his mark.
Yes. Special mention to the keeper, Swellen Ogis. He also plays the Dream 11 for Miku. He played today.
Okay.
So it's nice to see.
Yeah.
Oh, yes, and
Yeah.
oh my, and then. Okay, after this ball was bowled, the batsman actually played it upishly off the back foot for a single. There's a misfield, but it didn't cost any.
Yeah.
Okay, Jonathan in his second over looking to redeem himself, bowl a better line and length.
Yes.
As I said, Mr. Swellen Ogis actually played today, so after he played his nice seated match, he came on gracious with his presence.
Very
Comes
good.
in Joshua, oh, and there's a leave. There's a leave, but then it cannoned into his leg, so no run was given.
Yeah. So you can see that the ball is moving because
Yes.
he thought it was really going to the wicket keeper, but it came back into him and hit him on the pads.
Yes. So there is this thing I always say at night in batter, the ball just does strange things. So as a batsman, you really have to dig deep for a couple of overs, and then look to punish those who are probably weaker in skill.
Yeah.
But then if you get a team who have good bowling performances, sometimes 100, 120, it's a good batting surface, and then it was a kind of shot of a length, and he just cut it in front of square, away from any fielder available, because Jaguar had a very good field. There was a man catching on the drive just in front of the batsman, and they have like a longish cover. So if anything, the cut was in the head, it would go straight to him. So the batsman had to play it in front of square, so that he could go away from those two fielders.
Yeah.
For 4.
That's a nice, good shot. Produce the second boundary for the day.
Yes. So let's see how the bowler will come back. Oh yes, and he came back beautifully. That is a seriously good ball. That is a seriously good ball.
Yes, it was such a good ball that it was unplayable. He went on the front foot, didn't connect. The ball
literally
hit
went
the
through the
center
gate.
stamp. Yeah.
So Jaguar is on par, and I think that the left-hander is actually doing his business right there. The angle of the left-handers. This is why I think left-handed pacers are so sought after, because the angle that they produce, especially when the ball is swinging, is very deadly to the right-hander.
Indeed, indeed. Good point there. So it is Jonathan operating from the northern end in his second over, was able to produce that wicked delivery that went through his defense, the batter's defense, and cannon into the center stamp. So Forestierre is now on the back foot with 3 wickets in the hut, and they are the 2 batters now at the wicket. They are looking to consolidate.
I mean, this is just the third over. Normally, when a team loses 3 overs in the power play in a T20 match, sometimes the score is significantly difficult. But let's see how Forestierre just consolidate in the overs.
Yeah. Yeah.
Okay. Jonathan is coming to bowl, and then, and that's a wide. Just poorly lined this time around.
Yes.
At this time, you don't want to give too many extras because you have the team on the back foot. Okay?
Yeah.
And sometimes that extra ball that you bowl is sometimes what costs you the extra run.
The extra. You know, there's a saying that says, when a man is down, you keep him down.
Yes.
And we can apply it to the team right now. Add more pressure. Keep more pressure piling up on Forestierre. Let's see what will Jonathan do. Down the leg side again. Another wide will be signaled there by the umpire.
And the bowler is just lining them up poorly after the wicket. I mean, like you said, when a man is down, keep him down. So I think Jaguars just want to keep them as low as possible.
Yeah. Yeah. So Jonathan is looking to tighten things up. He has already taken 1 wicket. Forestierre is on the back foot with in the foot over 15 or 16. Or he plays it off his pads.
Plays it on the leg side, then the guy who's sweeping on the leg side just runs it, but it's too late as the guy that was behind square running to get it, and just keep it 2-1.
Yeah. So yes, keep the scoreboard ticking. That is the suggestion for them now, and they are looking to do just that. Jonathan is trying to keep them at bay, but the Forestierre batters are having other ideas. Jonathan comes in, and he is on his way to bowl to Forestierre batter, and he is on the back foot. The
And that
ball.
ball just kicked off a good length there, and the batsman played it very nice. He kept his hands and gloves away from the ball as much as possible. So, you know, it is just a different pitch at night in Balata.
Nice.
Normally during the day you get scores of 180, 200, but at nights when it's a bit cooler, it's like it's better conditions for the ball to move around. So right now, like you said, Forestierre just has to just play it in the gaps, keep it the scoreboard, taking the odd boundaries you get. And then who knows, sometimes 100 or 100 is a good score. Sometimes the lower scores actually brings the tighter matches. So, and you never know if they're bowling attack. I mean, they have a very good experience in the bowling attack. Sometimes 100 may be a lot.
A lot, yes.
So you could never count a team out unless both teams bowl.
Good. The fourth over is about to
by
start.
Villain Edward. Oh, and the batsman tried to lace it or go over the top, but it didn't quite connect. He was a bit late on it.
Yeah, yeah. Okay, Jaguar. Forestierre batter is tapping at the crease, waiting for the delivery, the second delivery. It was a wayward delivery, another wide to the total. 18 in the in 3.1 over. So the APL, so far I have observed, you know, that there are lots of wides bowled by the bowlers. It's a no ball.
A no ball for height. Okay. And so there seems to be a bit of
there's
a question asking. I mean, it doesn't hurt to ask.
So they are querying the call that the umpire has made because the ball seemed to have hit the batter on his his thigh area.
The thigh area.
But it made some height, eh? It in the travel.
And good sportsmanship by the batsman. I realized that the batsman actually told the umpire, no, it wasn't over his waist. So very good sportsmanship by the batsman. You don't normally see that every day.
Right.
So, yes, the decision was reversed.
Indeed.
So, and I guess for this reason, he actually got a decent ball to hit too long on for a single. So, yes, this is a lesson for all of us. Sometimes we want to compete and we want to win, but sometimes our sportsmanship is what actually shows our character. So
indeed. Very well said.
Good sportsmanship by the batsman.
Yeah. Yeah.
And we have the number 3 batsman coming on strike, and comes in the bowler, Villain Edwards. Bowl, bit foolish in length, drive on drives very graciously. Oh, and you know, sometimes at Balata, the fielder gets a really tough bounce.
Yeah.
And it's not one of the best places to field, so sometimes you're allowed to make a mistake once or twice. But I guess the fielder would have been a little annoyed that he couldn't really field it properly. What should have been 1 is now 4. So actually, the batsman is actually getting 3 extra runs.
Yes.
And the score moves on to
23.
23 for 3.
Yeah, for 3, yeah.
Yes.
23 for 3 in the 4th over. So the Jaguars team looking to tighten things up.
Yes. This is just the 4th over.
Yeah.
Oh, and he goes for another drive, but it was a bit too wide, and the umpire actually says it's wide. So, yes, we have 3 wickets down, but the bowling is not as consistent as Jaguars would want. Bowler coming to bowl. Oh, and a nice drive.
4 runs.
For 4 runs. No, they're very good wicket-taking balls, but I don't think a full toss outside the off stump will take a wicket unless you have a brilliant fielder.
Yeah. So you know, this delivery there by the bowler was full onto the bat, and the batter, in the form that he is in, he went on the front foot and placed it between the short cover and the extra cover for an elegant looking shot, 4 runs to the boundary. So the score moves on by 4 to 28. 28. Good going there, trying to recover. They're trying to recover, and they are in the process of doing so. And the Jaguar team, who were very much up, they seem to be
very above average players. You would guess that it would have been a bit tighter, but that's not the case here.
No.
So Jaguars just need to settle down, relax, and just put the balls in the right area like they were doing in a couple of overs. And like I said, that is exactly what I'm talking about. A ball, good length, good line, batsman plays, misses the outside of the bat, and there is an appeal, but the umpire shakes his head in the negative.
Oh, yes.
This is what we've been talking about. Just a decent line and length at Balata, nothing more, nothing less, and it will do something for you. Oh, and that was a little fuller length, just missing the Yorker length by a bit, and then just the batsman try and push it straight back past the bowler, but it was excellently fielded by him. So that's the over.
Yes. A productive over in terms of runs for the Forestierre team, from 17 in the third over to 28. So they have 11 runs conceded in this fourth over.
Which brings the
total to 28.
To 28.
Yeah, 28.
4 overs.
Yeah, after 4. So period of consolidation now. Will Jonathan continue? It looks so.
It looks so.
Yeah.
You would guess that they would give him a rest, but I think since they're on top, they would rather him bowl and take another wicket to put Forestierre more on the back foot.
Okay.
Whereas bringing a new bowler, sometimes that pressure will be
released.
removed.
Yeah. So Jonathan, back at the top of his mark, bowling his third over. He comes in, bowls. And
nicely. Yes. Good line, good length.
Indeed.
Which is safely negotiated by the batsman. He looks solid in defense. So Jonathan, with his left arm piece, is actually causing a lot of trouble for the right-handed batsman. So we look back at the famous left-handers, Mitchell Stark, Trent Bolt, Neil Wagner. That left-hand angle is such a deadly angle, especially when it's coming back in. So I guess he will be a handful tonight against a lot of the right-handers Forestierre.
Yes.
He was a little full on this occasion. It was very elegantly, but it was a little bit forcefully driven by the batsman to mid-off. The fielder there was quick to it, but the bounce here sometimes could get the better of you, and they still trot for a single.
Yes, so the score moves on by 1 to 29.
29, 4-3.
Yeah.
Like I said, Forestierre, they bat very deep, and you cannot count yourself comfortable because it's like everybody on the side could bat. So yes, and the bowler was a bit short and wide on that occasion, and then the umpire signaled wide, which brings the score to 30.
Yeah. So the wides are being counted, and if you look well, Jonathan has bowled about 5 wides so far.
Yes, and I think he should be disappointed with that, because if you look at the context of the game, like we have been saying, you took 3 of the biggest wickets of all the 11, and another wide.
Another wide.
That will bring it to about 6, and that's very disappointing. From this standpoint.
Good. So Jonathan may have needed that rest that I spoke about, but the captain insists with him, and he is not that third over that he is bowling. He is very much inconsistent.
He's deciding to change the angle, come around the wicket, and I guess he is going to attack the off stump, possibly straighten that ball from that angle to get the outside edge. So you never know, it may work, it may not. Let's see. Oh, and another wide. So I guess, like we're saying, he's probably a bit tired, or there's something wrong that we do not know of. But the bowler just needs to just keep it just nice on a good length. Focus on every ball. And I mean, from a bowler standpoint, I normally go through this period where the ball just not coming out. I mean, you bowl a couple overs and it's just in and out. Sometimes you just have to remember yourself and then just do it the simple basics.
Keep to the basics. Let's see if he will remember this good advice. Keep to the basics. He comes to bowl to, that's a better one. Better one. He played it, he bowled at the batter on the outside off stump and into the gloves of the keeper. No run, no addition to the total. So Jonathan should remember that delivery and keep it at that level.
And especially with the field that he has, there is a heavily offside field there.
Yeah.
A lot of persons are behind square on the offside, so he has to keep it tight. Oh, and this time he goes back to the
went back on the leg side.
On the leg side, which is very disappointing.
Do you know that the fifth wide of the in that over? 33. So the wides have brought it back 33. So he's getting some advice from two key players on the Jaguar team. The teammates are telling him keep it simple and on the off stump, do not put any amount of extra pace. That may be the thing that may be affecting him right now. So he needs to get some confidence. I believe that is the advice is heeded, and let us see the remaining 3 deliveries if Jonathan will be learning from the advice given. Here comes bowling to Forestierre. It was up pitch, but on the offside. Another wide signal there. Oh, Jonathan is having a hard time. So the score moves on to 44 from 29 in
another meeting has happened. So I think the captain has run in from just a deep cover to just have a word with his bowler. Yes. So, I mean, we know that from time to time we don't get it right, and sometimes just a little talk from your captain will be the best thing for you. Okay?
Yeah. So he's getting more advice, ladies and gentlemen, but so far he's very erratic, bowling down the leg side, bowling more wide of the off stump, and that cost him the wides.
Yes, so he still has 3 more balls to go. Yeah. Okay, and that's a better line and length.
Indeed, he must remember.
Just line and length.
Yes, line and length, good, keep it there and keep it very simple. You have 2 more to come, 2 more deliveries there to come, and we don't expect any more wides from Jonathan, because wides are very much in the double figures. When you add, in the 5th over, when you add all the wides bowled by both Jonathan and his counterparts on the other side, that's in the southern end of the field, it has passed double figures already. Here comes Jonathan bowling to the Forestierre batter. He is getting a good delivery.
And that is an excellent delivery. Actually went back over the wicket and he slides it across the right-hander, which is a very, very difficult ball to negotiate, especially if you get that little seam movement away. And with that little swing coming back into the right-hander, sometimes the batsman is very circumspect and he's unable to read the line and length until it's a bit too late. So very good. Last ball on the over, hopefully. And that is very, very well bowled.
Yes.
Besides the wides, I think that he has bowled an excellent over, but I think Forestierre has gotten enough runs that big. So hopefully the other bowler, will just keep it tight. We talk about bowling partnership, so he had a really hard time at this end. Hopefully the bowler will just keep it tight, give up probably about 1 or 2.
Good.
To just ensure that the score doesn't rocket into something that Forestierre will be comfortable with.
Yes. So far at the end of this over, the 5th over, 44 for 3.
So that means they are just below 7 runs and over.
Yeah.
So that will probably take them to about 130, 140. And like I said, at night's Balata, the pass score is about 130, 140. Even sometimes 120 is a good score. Okay, and then you have a full toss being bowled by Valen Edward, which was not dispatched of, and I guess the batsman just didn't want it to make a false shot. You know, sometimes the full tosses, sometimes you go too hard and you mishit it, and then you give away your wicket.
Yes.
And that one is a higher full toss, not called a no ball, and then it goes straight to the sweeper on the offside, which is picked up cleanly and sent to the keeper.
Yes. So 2 full tosses were bowled. One was just played back along the pitch. The other one was He hit in the cover region. The one who is sweeping, collect and send the
And
ball.
he comes into ball and another full toss.
Full toss.
Yes, and I think that single was a bit tighter. It looked a bit harder than it should have. The batsman wasn't backing up as he should, and he had to sprint to the end there. And had he picked up that ball cleanly, he had kind of like a point, deep point, it would have been a different story, a tighter run. But all wells that ends well.
He lives to fight another day. He is at the top of his mark. The bowler, batter is tapping at the crease.
I think that's the fourth ball of the over. And that's a full toss, but yet it goes straight too long on for 1 run. And I think the batsman would have been a little disappointed because there is no man at deep mid-wicket or nobody sweeping on the boundary, and he sent it straight to the long on.
Yeah.
This one is a bit short. And there seems to be an appeal for caught behind. Obviously touched something because no wide was signaled. And the keeper, and I think everybody behind the stump and even on the offside appealed at the same time, so they were really confident that it took something, but the batsman is showing that he did not take it. However, it probably hit his trousers. Last ball of the over. Okay. Yeah, and the last over, almost Yorker length, which he played in the leg side for a single.
Yeah.
So a very eventful over.
Good. So just now 4 runs came from this over. So the score is on 48.
Yes, man. 48 in the 6th over.
In the 6th over. That's the end of the power play. End of the power play. And we see here that now they can have at least the most players on the outside of the circle, 5. The most is 5, and ensuring that 4 players are in the inner circle. So Forestierre can then take it from there, since they are consolidating and they look like that's a consolidation period. They are from 17 for free in the 3rd over to 38 for free. So they are doing some consolidation.
And that is somewhat the end of the power play, and the biggest decision now is whether to have more guys on the boundary.
As you can see, they have put added one more in the outer circle. That's in the boundary area. There's a deep square leg and there's a deep long. Okay, they are going 4 now. Long on and long off, and a sweeper in the covered area.
The long off is just on the circle, so it's not actually on the boundary. So it was a decision whether to keep the guys in to save the singles, to just be tight on the singles, or to save the boundaries. Or that's played in the gap, fielded by the captain, Suli. Keeps it just to 1. So right now, I guess in the middle periods, Forestierre will look to just take the singles, keep the scoreboard ticking, and you never know, in the last 5 overs, just tee off, go probably at 10, 12 runs or over.
Yeah.
Bring them up to a challenging total. So.
Okay, let's see, the bowler bowls though.
Yeah, and then Cherry comes into bowl, and then it's short of a good length, and the batsman probably would have wanted to play an upish drive over that man at point, or a cut shot probably behind or in front of square. And bowler comes into bowl again, and a bit full. On drive it, too long on, should be a single. As a captain of an APL team, would you have placed your guys on the boundary at this point in time?
No, they are not hitting the ball.
Okay.
They are just trying to tick the ball in the gaps and look for the singles and keep the scoreboard ticking by rotating the strike. So
you would have put the guys in
the
to
circle,
put some more pressure.
Added more pressure to the Forestierre team. Make them go over the top, and usually, when they go over the top like that, they send the ball into hand.
Okay.
Another full toss.
Another full toss with a single. This bowler was bowled This over was bowled very quickly.
Indeed.
Score is now 41.
41. So three runs came from this over. Very economical one.
And it was very quickly bowled. Sometimes you need these quickly bowled overs just to push that over it through.
Yeah. So the 7th over completed. 42, all right. 42, correction there to the score, 42 for 3 in the 7th over. They look like it's a change of bowler from the southern end. Yeah, the new bowler coming from the southern end. I hope you have the names. Yeah, you know, get the names.
Oh, yeah, you all in the camera.
So the new bowler is at the top of his mark. He has given the responsibility to see if he can keep them at bay or take a wicket, and we'll see if he will live up to that expectation. He comes in, bowls to number 6 from the Forestierre team. Oh, that's a better delivery. He tried to see if he can get a single. He was sent back by the non-striker. Good advice.
I think right about now, the middle overs are always the important overs of the innings because sometimes, right about now, the batsman will just want to take singles, and sometimes they actually keeping the scoreboard ticking, and there is sometimes no pressure. Sometimes getting, 5 singles in an over, and that's 5 runs and over until like over number 15, 16, and then teams will just look to just get as many bounces as possible. So, or the opposition could decide, okay, we're going to leave the guys in and restrict it to about 2 or 3. Lessen as much of those middle over runs as possible. So this is where teams need to get their plans right.
Yeah.
From overs number 7 to overs number 15, you need to get it right.
It's Joachim bowls to number 69, Mr. James.
And I realized that a lot of full tosses will bowl today, but they were not dispatched. And I think, is it because of the loss of the 3 early wickets, or
this is
it just
This is attributed to it because they are kind of tentative. Do not want to go and allow another wicket to fall there. So they're trying to get the
comes into Joachim bowls short of a good length, and they just play to that sweeper. Like we say, another single. I think we have about 3 or 4 singles in this over already.
Yeah, about that. 3 singles.
Comes into the no extra so far. Oh, and that was a short ball, and then batsman played it like he did not know what to do with it. Now he's racing the pull shot. Probably that was a better option, but the guy at deep mid wicket is stationed there for that shot if he doesn't take it properly.
Right.
So we're saying that the bowler is just mixing up his length. Do not let the batsman know that he is a bit predictable. That ball was short, but it didn't come up as he expected, and it was safely negotiated by the batsman.
Yeah,
that's a very good over. 6 balls, no extras, and just about 3 or 4 singles coming from it.
Yeah, 45 in over number 8. From the 7th over, it produced 42. They were 42, and over number 8, just a matter of 3 runs came from that over.
And the run rate is about 5 runs and over, a little over 5 runs and over. So starting the innings at 7, it has now gone to about 5 runs and over.
Yeah.
Same 3 wickets that has been taken.
Okay. Next bowler from the southern end.
And Cherry comes in.
Okay, the bowler just delivered the ball, and he went for a massive heave on the offside of the field. Didn't make contact. Head was in the air, as I observed, but the ball went safely into the gloves of the keeper. The appeal, but it was turned down. Good delivery there, coming into the batter. He went with the bat forward. in front of him, the ball peeled off the outer portion of the bat into the cover point area, and they just walked through for
There's something about this
single.
field that is a bit strange because the bowler is literally bowling full outside of stump and the long on is deadly straight.
Yeah.
But with that being said, he bowls it a little bit too wide, which is called wide, and the sweeper is in front of square, but there is a big vacant area between the straightest long off and the guy who is 3/4 ways to the boundary for a lofted drive. And another wide, this time on the leg side. And this is what you know. One thing we could see in the APL in these matches, there is a lot of crowd support. You know, sometimes one person makes a lot of support for about 10 people.
Yeah, yeah.
You know.
So the spectators are coming in because the team is playing, and so they are very much in support of the cricket that is being played here, and even other people who are keen about the game. They are part of the contingent of supporters that are assembled all around the perimeter of the field.
And even online, with these games being live streamed, you have persons all around the world watching. And this is brought to you by the hard work of Eagle Freight.
Oh, yes.
You know, our sponsors for many years.
Yeah.
So we want to give thanks to Eagle Freight, our primary sponsor.
Yes. So Eagle Freight has been doing a fantastic job in support of the APL. And,
yes, and also we need to give thanks to LNO Studios for their dedicated service to us.
Oh, we saw a delivery there. He went on the front foot, was beaten, and the ball is skipping. That delivery kept low, and he played over it. Luckily for him, it was not directed
on the stumps.
On the stumps, yeah. 49, still 49 for free in over number 9. He drives back to the bowler.
And it's very well fielded.
Yes. So the batter keeps on remain, and the score remains on 49. Talking about viewers, we have the viewers from Dominica, we have viewers from the US. There's one of my brothers who are in the United States. He's always online viewing, and I just want to wish him all the best.
And that brings up the 50.
Watching. So the 50 is up, yeah?
Yes, in the 9th over. I think Forestierre will be a little disappointed in that, but you never know. Yeah. Remember, semi-finals is where two good teams are playing each other, so you never know how a game will go until both teams are played. So
yeah,
cricket is a game of glorious uncertainties.
I can attest to that. Sir. Yes. Good. Number 50 on the board at the end of the 9th over. So we are almost halfway in the Forestierre innings.
So the run rate is about over 5 runs and over. That'll get us to about 100, 110. Good delivery by Joachim Robinson. And I must tell you that the Jaguar team is made up of young men who have been playing cricket, and most of them were in the same class at secondary school.
Oh, okay.
About 80% of them were in the same class. So they stopped playing cricket for a little while, and they decided to start back playing together as a class. And they decided to just play together, and I think they have some invitational guys, but most of them were in the same class.
Okay, very good.
Some of them were playing with other teams in APL, but they realized that they really like to be with their classmates. So there's a chemistry there amongst the players.
Nice.
And most of them know each other very well because they have been playing from their teens. You know?
Good.
And this is what APL is all about, the camaraderie.
Yeah.
Persons who, gotten a bit bigger, gotten a bit more distant, they come together only to play cricket.
Very good.
Let's come Joachim, and he's bowling that very tight line.
Yeah.
It's not that short, but it's not that full for the batsman could just go under. So the batsman is on the back foot, and he's just missing it, and they're just having a mid-pitch conversation.
Yes.
Sometimes you just need to be reminded of the plan.
Yeah. So far, three deliveries have wrapped him on the pads, and he's in some spot of border at this time. Let's see the fourth delivery, what will happen. And he's slapping it upish.
Oh, that was short, and I think it was very good. It was nicely played over the guy at the cover on the drive, but it could only give them a single. And nice teamwork fielding there. One person stopped the ball and the other one carried it and sent. So Jaguars are really, really trying to tighten up all screws on Forestierre.
Yes, well said. Joachim Bowles.
Yes.
Very good. James looks like the more accomplished batter. He plays the ball on his merit. Through the covers there, all around the ground. The sweeper came into contention, and one more run to the total, 53 for free.
Oh, and this was nicely bowled by Joachim. It was a slower ball and the length asked the batsman to come forward and try and smash it. I think he may have gotten an edge based on the reactions of everybody, but because it was a slow ball, it actually did not carry.
Okay,
so nicely bowled by Joachim. I mean, it could have gone both ways. It could have been smashed for 6, but he's lucky to have that ball just go to the keeper, despite being an edge and he didn't carry, and that will result in a dot ball.
Yeah.
So at the end of over number 10, the score is 53, when it is 5.3. And let's see what the second half of this bowling performance will be by Jaguar.
So far, there is a partnership of 46 runs building there between the two batters.
And let's come Richard Cherry, over number 11, driven straight, which is picked up by the bowler himself.
Yeah.
So Jaguar is just continuing, no bowling change. I'm guessing Cherry and Joachim will just go through. Next ball. Oh, and it was a full toss and it's straight back to the bowler. That is disappointing for Mr. James.
Yes, indeed.
Tried so hard, and I guess the manner of dismissal is so below his standards.
Yeah.
And like I said tonight, the full tosses has not been dispatched.
No, not at all.
After a good partnership where they came out of a hole, Mr. James gave his wicket away very cheaply.
Yeah.
A cotton ball by the bowler, Mr. Cherry.
Yeah. So James is disappointed because the shot, he could have gone over the top. He could have gone for the maximum. He decided to just.
And he's still trying to get the shot properly done outside the boundary there. So as a batsman, it goes this way.
Yeah. All right, the new batter is now surveying the field to see where he will play his shots. We are in the 11th over. He comes in to bowl to that new batter, and he slaps at that.
And he tries to slap, but fishes outside the off stump. You know, and with that wicket there, you've seen a bit of more chirping by the Jaguar team, and you know, they're trying to just re-energize themselves. Sometimes after 10 overs, you go a bit flat, but with that fall of the wicket, they're trying to re-energize themselves because it's a very tough couple of overs coming in.
All right, so that ball kept very low. Keeper was in some form of discomfort there as he's now wringing his fingers, but nothing, no damage done.
Okay, and the bowler goes back to his hard length there. You know, so the Jaguar team, they're just mixing up their lines and length, you know. Stop trying to be predictable so that the batsman could try their 360 shots. You know, the modern day batsmen, they hit everywhere. So right now they're very, like I said, the batsman was trying to manufacture a shot, but it seems he beat himself as he missed out on a full toss and got bowled by Richard Cherry.
Another full toss again has produced another wicket. Cherry bowled a full toss earlier in that over, and he dismissed James. Now the batter who succeeded
I
him.
think it was Ron Guillerman who got out without scoring. Pretty up. And then we have another Guillerman going in. I don't know if they're related, but two Guillermans, one in, one out. They're cousins. You know, Glenn Guillerman is known to be a very, very, very hard-hitting batsman when he gets going. So like I said, for the Forestierre team bats very deep. They're very versatile as a batting team. So I think 5 wickets have gone down, half of the batsmen have gone down. I think it's the end of the over. Joachim Robinson is continuing
So that's
his
a maiden
over. Double wicket.
A double
wicket maiden.
Yeah.
Very good.
Still
is that the
53.
turning point of this match for Jaguars? Yes, they had 3 early wickets, but with the partnership coming along between James and Travis, oh, and that was a tight single. That was a tight single with a better throw. Who knows? As we were saying, after a good partnership, we had 2 wickets falling in the same over. So you never know. That could be the turning point which makes the chase or the last total, the final total of Forestierre.
Yeah, but the Jaguar Forestierre may have other ideas and they want to consolidate even more. It's not enough runs on the board. He plays it for third man, and just another single is in the making.
And
55.
we have to point out that even though Jaguars go really well, besides the extras, the fielding has not been too bad.
Yeah. Sometimes they get an odd bounce, you know, and it passes them, but they are generally behind the ball. Every time you see them fielding the ball, they are behind the ball. Let's go again. He plays another third man.
So
both batsmen seem to be.
I think this over, the third man has been the highlight fielder of the overs thus far. So I think if I were him, I'd come up a little bit.
Yeah.
Knowing that the next ball may be coming to you, you know, come a bit tighter, walking a little bit more.
Yeah. And that's what he's doing now.
And that's what he's doing now. So clever cricket by Jaguars. They actually put him in sleep. So they're saying, okay, you want to play me there? Have a catcher there. You see, now, and then it's worked on the leg side. You know. So I think the bowler would have been a little disappointed, you know. The captain said, you know what, I'm giving you a catcher. But then you straighten the legs and give them a single.
Yeah. So the runs are coming in singles now, so far, and that is not bad. Just keep rotating the strike. You'll get the odd delivery, the wayward one, and you'll slap it in the boundary for 4. Let's see. He plays it off his hip, square of the wicket, backward square leg area. One more run.
You know, and that shot had a little bit of Caribbean cricket in it. You know, persons like Vivian Richards. Because he really played it off the hip.
Yeah. All right then.
And it's nice to see those young players playing these ancient shots, quote unquote. So.
Yes. He has a repertoire. Here he comes in, bowls, and he runs it for Footman again.
Again, Footman, I think 4 out of the 6 balls went to Footman.
Yeah.
So, but still nicely bowled, no boundaries. And I think Joachim Robinson probably finished his spell.
So at the end of that
he still has one more. Okay, he still has one more. So let's see if captain will just bowl him out straight. And Richard Cherry bowling his last over. So the captain, I think, will be bowling these guys out in the middle over. You never know. Let's see what happens with Joachim in the next over. But Richard Cherry has been bowling a nice tight line and length. His last over was a double wicket maiden, and he starts off very well, right up in the block, not giving the batsman any room to free his arms or go over the top. You know, right about now, it's not as hard as Dev bowling, but it is equally important. Oh, nice. And commentators curse again, just saying that he has been bowling a nice tight line and length. He bowls a full toss on leg stump, and the batsman works it gracefully behind square on the leg side, beating the man at short fine leg for 4 runs.
Yes.
And I think that has been, they have been a drought in boundaries. So this boundary is a welcome for Team Forestierre. Let's see how Richard Cherry would make it a comeback ball, and then it just beats the outside edge. My goodness. How do you play that as a batsman? You just hope and pray that it just does not take that bat.
Yeah.
It even beat the keeper as well. It seemed to have probably swung in the air. Oh my, a wide ball on the leg side. And I'm guessing Cherry in his last over will just want to keep it tight. His captain reminding him of what he has been doing thus far. Let's see how he would end the spell. Oh, goodness me, that is a brilliant ball. That is a brilliant ball, and he's just sending a message to the crowd. We will not say what it means. And Forestierre has lost their 6th wicket. Fabulous bowling right up there. And the batsman just misses it.
Yes, he missed it completely, and it cannon into the base of the center stamp. So the 6th wicket has fallen. Once again, I don't know if the batters are not keeping their eyes on the ball. It was full. He just almost like between a yorker and a
full
toss, and he missed completely.
I'm guessing that when they see that ball is right up, they try. Their instincts is just to smash it,
yes.
But they missed it.
You need to keep your eye on it all the time, all through. So the 6th wicket has fallen. 64 for 6 in the 14th over. Cherry has about maybe, 2 more deliveries to come. So Cherry is eager and ready to go, because I know he has had a number of wickets. Maybe that's his 3rd wicket he has taken. The batter is taking his guard, tapping at the crease, and Cherry is about to bowl to him. Let us see what he will make of that delivery on the front foot. That's nice.
I think the batsman is Ed.
Ed, okay, Ed.
I'm not sure of his last name, but yes, Ed Joseph from Forestierre. Okay. And Ed is another batsman who could dig deep.
Ed. Final delivery. He comes bold. And Ed
oh my goodness. Beaten. And the keeper is appealing, probably playfully, and that is over. And that is a very good spell by Richard Cherry.
Yeah.
3 wickets in the middle period. That is all what his captain needed. Just keep it tight. Don't give too many boundaries. You know, the singles, it's okay because of the spread field. They could have given singles. And then he took 3 wickets, including a double wicket maiden. One of them was a set batsman in Mr. James. And then he has taken 2 wickets of batsmen who I guess would be coming to up the ante in the middle overs.
Yes.
And they're missing 7 overs.
Yes. So with the score on 67, do you see 100 in the making in the remaining overs?
Like I keep saying, from experience, I don't think you could count Forestierre out. They have batting until probably number 10 and 11. So it's all about if they could make partnerships here and there, a 20 here, a 20 here. Because on this pitch, you will never settle. And at nights, you always find the odd balls will nip away, seam of the pitch, do something. You'll never settle. So if you could dig deep and get partnerships of 20 here, 15 here, in your own way, sometimes somebody comes and try to up the ante successfully for like about 12 balls. You would never know.
Yeah.
Then you have the captain has brought himself on the first introduction of spin. And then the first ball is a wide. And for some reason, that ball seems to have bounced way than the normal spinner. So let's see how Forestierre will tackle spin bowling at this time.
All right.
Do you think it was a good move to bring in spin bowling when the Pacers have been doing a very good job?
Yes, of course.
Yes, and then it's a very short ball, and then the batsman makes no mistake. That's it in the batsman who has set in. This is Travis, and he plays it behind square on the leg side for 4 runs.
Yeah.
So this plan may backfire. It may bring in another wicket. You never know.
You never know. But for the spinner, if you are bowling that kind of delivery, you will be dispatched.
And he probably should count himself lucky because it was shot very slow and it did not go way over the boundary. So let's see if he can make a comeback.
Yeah.
You know, there are fields, the fielders are giving instructions, ideas as to how the field should be.
Oh, the better delivery.
Yes, and this one, he just rushes the batsman. It looks like a faster ball.
Yeah.
And then surveying the field, he has a long on, a guy who's sweeping on the boundary, a guy who is a short fine leg and a short mid-wicket. So he has to get it spot on, because if he doesn't, there are very huge gaps on the leg side.
Yeah.
And for the batsman that is set in Travis, he will make no mistakes of finding the gaps.
Indeed.
So let's see how the captain, the spinner, Suli, comes. And this ball is a bit flighted, a bit slower through the air. And Travis just sees fit to just work it in the offside gap for a single. Yeah. So that's good batting by Travis. You got an early boundary. Now you look for a single. So you could probably get 8, 9 in this over.
Yeah, they're having a conference there as to the way forward in terms of how they will negotiate and go and move on. Not many more overs remain, and even balls not over. Yeah. There's a conference again with the bowlers. Wow, it's ready. We need to speed up we need to speed up, yes. The overs are going and the time is ticking away. So you get another full toss on his pads, just flick it over to between backward of square and square leg for a single. 71, the score moves on by 1 to 71. The captain of the Jaguars team, he's operating from the southern end. He's a spinner, that's the first spinner that has been in operation.
They're wide.
Yeah, I'm not seeing too well because I don't have my glasses.
Suli Shalmine.
Yeah. Mr. Shalmine, okay. Did they take a single? No. No single was done, no damage done. Mr. Shalmine into bowl to. He went for a massive hit and he might be caught. Yeah. Can you describe that?
This was, I think, an unfortunate series of events, you could say. Because the bowler actually slowed it up and invited the guy to go over the top. He actually made the shot. The fall shot, he went straight to long on.
Yes.
And what seemed to have been an easy catch, I guess he probably felt that he was going to go back on the boundary. Then he had to send it up and it did not recover. So I guess the bowler felt like it should be an easy wicket, but then would have settled for it's not 6.
Yes.
So you have to, sometimes these things happen and then you just have to shrug it off very quickly and move on.
Yeah.
So at this end of the 14th over, the score is
72.
72.
Yeah, 72. So they are inching nearer and nearer the 100 area, the 100, which is a pass score. Yeah, but let us see if Jaguars can restrict them. There's a new bowler who will be coming, operating from the northern end. He is not a spinner.
He looks number 29.
Yeah. Akim. He goes by the name of Akim. A-K-I-M. Akim. All right.
Yes, Mr. Akim
Akim is operating. They're doing some bootlaces to the batters who is on the striker at the end. And Akim is at the top of his mark, about to bowl to
the set batsman. That's
yes,
Travis, who have been, I think, number
Travis,
4.
Travis,
He batted. He was the number 4 batsman. He's still there. I think that's a left-hander. Bowler is a left-hander.
Travis. So Travis is operating. Is the striker, and Akim is the bowler. Bowler bowls, and he just deflected on the leg side to fine leg. He has to scamper back into his crease because they are taking a single, and there was some misunderstanding there. The throw came in, and he couldn't stop it, and they crossed for a single. So that makes it 74. This is not good cricket because the bowler should have been more alert to the ball throwing at his end.
I think now is the time that Jaguars are supposed to be a game, because with 5 overs to go, Forestierre will be looking at how much runs that they could get in those 6 overs. This is a time that they will go all out in trying to get either a boundary or single. So after 14 overs, sometimes you are wary mentally, but this is the time you have to up your game, focus a little bit more, because sometimes this is the time that you give up the most runs.
Just one.
Just played too long on, fielded, and just lob back to the guy at mid-wicket, who will give it back to the bowler.
Yeah. So Akim, another full toss again. I don't know if you observe it, and it was played in the infield, just for one more run.
Here comes the bowler, which is wide.
77.
Over number 15 is being bowled. After this is 5 more overs, and I guess a new level of thinking would be done by the batsman with 5 overs to go, and the score is 70-something. 77.
Yeah.
They will want to get at least 30 to about 40.
Another full toss again.
Another full toss, which is wide. And
the batters should capitalize on those gifts that they are receiving. I call it gifts because, you know, when you bowl full toss for the ball has not pitched, you know, so you can go under it, you can slap it, you can swing it, you can do whatever you want with it, but they are not doing that, and so the most it generates is a single.
And another full full toss.
He capitalized on this one this time into the mid-wicket area for 4 runs.
And
so
I think
up.
That's a really poor plan, because you have a new bowler there, and you're knowing that in this stage you need more protection on the boundary, and you just have a long one and then a guy sweeping, and the guy is bowling full tosses. So Jaguars need to look at their plans right about now. They need to get their plans right, because if they don't, Forestierre will tee off in his last overs. Oh, short and wide, and plays in the cover area where you have the captain himself is 3/4 on the way to the boundary. So only a single.
I was just saying, how long would they dispatch the full tosses to the boundary, and we saw it was dispatched well. Down the leg side, another wide is called. Another wide. So it would be interesting to see how many wides in total that the batters, the bowlers have bowled, you know, when that inning comes to an end. But every bowler, so far, every bowler who has bowled tonight, they are wides besides the name. Let us see again. Akim comes to bowl to Travis. No, that's not Travis.
That's Ed.
That's Ed.
And
Yeah.
Ed just decides to leave the ball, and that's over.
Yeah.
I would not say it was a decent over. I think it was an over where a little bit of the pressure
12 runs came from that. So it was
off.
Forestierre welcomed that over. 12. Yeah. So there is a mid-wicket conference there with the umpires also talking to the batters and the captain.
Has something to do with the ball. Is there any issue with the ball? No, it's not an issue with the ball.
So umpire Nelson, he spoken with the two batters and the captain of Jaguar, and everything is all right now. They are going back to their various positions so that the cricket can be resumed. Okay, 16th over, just 4 more overs after this. 5 more, sorry. So the 16th over, the captain has that ball tossed in his hands. Between his comes into bowl to Travis down the leg side. Tonight is a wide spree. It looks like, I call it a wide spree.
Gideon.
Yeah. So the captain, in the person of, is bowling his second over, but the 16th over for the team. It comes in bowl, a faster one. He fielded well to his own bowling, denied them an opportunity of scoring a single. So the score remains 86 for 6.
I'm guessing as a captain, he'll want to be a bit tighter on his lines and length, and I think he has come back after the wide. He has come back a bit better with 2 dots. Oh, a nice sweep bowl, a little quicker through the air, allowing the batsman to go for this shot outside the off stump, but then he missed it. So I'm guessing at this point the captain is going to mix up his lines and also his piece. Oh God, and he rushed the batsman again, and they're looking for 2, Yes, and I think that 2 was a bit suicidal because they didn't really expected the guy to throw so flat and over the stump. It was a very good throw, and the said batsman Travis was going so well, has now been dismissed via the mode of run out.
Yes.
Which brings in number 45.
So we see the demise of Travis.
Yes, Shane Alfred.
He ran the ball down to third man, and in attempting a second run, he was shot. Yeah. And now Forestierre is in some spot of border now because
losing
7
wickets.
Yeah, in the 16th over 87. There are. If the Jaguar applies more pressure, then I am also seeing that they can dismiss them for less than 100. But Forestierre will have other ideas. They want to score more than 100 to post it on the board, to apply scoreboard pressure on the Jaguar team who will be chasing.
So let's see how the captain is going to bowl to this new batsman. Oh, and then it's a bit wide. I'm guessing he wanted to rush the batsman using his change up. I'm guessing that the batsman will want him to flight the ball in the air just a little bit, but he's not going to give them the luxury. This one is a bit short, and then he tries to guide it, which is a very dangerous shot considering that there is a slip And there is a guy at a short catching backward point. And another short wide ball, but this one is a bit too wide. He's going to bowl his last ball, which is a bit short. It's a bit short, and then it's not put in the gap by him. He was kept to one. This is over. At the end of over number 16, the score is now
90 for 7.
90 for 7.
We are 90 for 7 at the end of the 16th over. So
Four more overs to
remaining.
go. I think they'll want to go at about 10 runs and over, which would give them about 130, which, like we said, is a bit par. It's a bit par.
Yeah, it's a bit par.
But then it is not a total where a team chasing can just go and blow it away. So if a good bowling attack, you never know what could happen. Sometimes the same way. Yes, oh, it was not timed properly. It did take the bat, but then it was excellently fielded by, he looks kind of like a short gully. Let's go, Jonathan, and he bowls a short ball, which really read off a length. Really read off a length, and then the batsman actually missed it. I think he wants to end well. It's a very good over thus far. Comes into Jonathan, trying to end his spell well, and then he right up in the block hole, and the batsman tried to hit, but will only get it to deep square. And that's the over. I think Jonathan, besides his third over in the extras, he bowled really well with good aggression, good pace. And the score is now 90, 91 for 7. So the over actually considered only 1 run. So that's a good comeback by Jonathan, because like I said, his third over was not that good. And now joining me in the commentary, we have the chairman of APL, Mr. Cyrus Ipal, who has many hats, too long to mention, but right tonight he's just doing the job of commentator, and the ball is a shot of a good length jump, and the batsman played it with soft hands backward of square on the leg side for a single.
Yes, Mr. Charles, thank you very much, and I'm happy to join you, all right, as we continue the commentary, and then so far it has been going on very well. Forestierre, although they seem to be on the back foot, because you would expect a 150, 160 score from Forestierre, which is past score for them, but then they also have a good bowling attack.
Yes. And the thing about Forestierre, like we keep on saying, they bat very deep. So even though they took the big wickets of Stephen Natram, Joshua Mann, and another wicket in the power play, you realize that their batting actually goes to about number 9 and 10. So you never really count them out as a team when it comes to the batting, but you could always count that their bowling will help them win games. So even though they will score about 120, will seem a bit below par for their batting standards, their bowling will come full force against the opposition.
All right, so we are coming down to close to the end of that over, Mr. Charles?
Yes, and then I think the captain is doing a really fine job of just keeping it tight. Lines and length are really spot on. The batsman trying to working off that length into a vacant area to turn over the strike, but he just cannot. And his changing of pace was very well done, and I think that he did not really concede that much. So Jaguars are just trying to keep it tight in those last couple of overs.
All right, so we are up to
over
Lisa?
number 19.
Okay, so we are moving to over number 19 right now.
Yes, yes.
All right,
So
okay,
two more
so
overs.
2 more overs to go. Right, so probably we might get some fireworks now, Mr. Charles. So let us see.
Hopefully, I think they
happen.
would want to touch the 100 mark, which brings a psychological advantage to your position that they have to score 3 figures. But I guess after that 100 mark, they will see how much that they could capitalize on that bowling.
But for the past few matches here, Mr. Charles, the past score has been between 120 to 130.
Yes, yes.
That has been the past score, okay, because the way the wicket is playing, all right? So in comes the bowler, Mr. Charles.
Joachim Robinson, which is bowling his last over. He bowled 3 tight overs in the middle period. And I guess he wants to end well, probably give around, probably for the most 10 if the batsman is good. But if he could give less than 10, that would be a battle. Yes, like we were saying with Mr. Irenaeus, normally in the day the pass score is about 150, 160. But there is just something. Oh my goodness, another wicket off a full toss. Apparently tonight the full tosses are just working. The batsmen just cannot put away the full tosses.
And then normally also, Mr. Charles, during the night time we have drop catches and so on, but
yes.
Tonight seems to be...
No, I think besides one good batting, good catching performance at long on, which the catcher just failed to secure it because he thought he was going on the boundary. Aerial catches have gone two hand, and Sean is out, and then we have young Cancius Simon, a young man. He actually plays and trains with Barbados under 19.
And then may I ask who is the coach?
Yes, so he's a young man,
yes,
you know.
Okay, Mr. Javon Charles here, he's been humble.
Yes,
all right,
yes.
He's the coach of the Barbados under 19. They're doing very well. And meanwhile, as we speak, Mr. Charles, we know the Barbados under 19 will be touring Dominica also. So the APL squad, our tip ball will be touring Dominica. But before that, our Barbados under 19. So in comes the bowler. He bowls to Simon.
You can see us. Oh, and he drives over the top there. That's a good run, and then he's... Oh, and that's 2. So you actually see some of his skills being, utilized and running between the wickets. And we had not had many 2s.
Right.
We had not had many 2s, and that ball went straight to the fielder. And then young Cancius with fresh legs. And in fact, he actually was training this afternoon. So I guess he wants to show what his training has been doing for him.
Yes. Okay, that was a wide delivery, and then the wides keep adding up.
Yes.
Okay, and then you may never know. In T20 or T10, 1 run can make the difference. So the wides, I'm sure Forestierre will say thank you very much for the wide.
Yes. Here comes in Joachim. This is wide again.
Okay, so before that he had the wide down the leg side. Now he's compensating for that too much on the offside, and then you have a wide outside and the offline, all right? So let us see what will happen. So as we were saying, Mr. Charles, after this delivery, I will tell you.
Oh, nicely played by the young man. I think he doesn't want to give his wicket away. He wants to show what he's made of. And it is a very good competition where young and old could just gel together. And Forestierre has always been utilizing the young people in the community. So this is a good way of just playing amongst the best. Showcasing talent, sharing talent, so you have continuance of that culture of cricket in St. Lucia.
Right.
So APL is actually a breeding ground to actually harness young talent as well.
Excellent. So the bowler comes in now, ladies and gentlemen. We're getting down to the end of the 19th over. And then well played. That was a defensive shot, okay? So he's showing that even though it is a T20 and he's in the 19th over, and then probably have about, what, 2 more wickets?
Yes,
in hand. So 1 more wicket. So you don't go out there and just simply lose your wicket, okay?
Yes.
By the time you stay there, you can get runs. The 1s, the 2s, they count. You see, people sometimes, they fail to understand T20 or T10 doesn't mean that you just go after every ball. Because face it, if you're playing a T10, Mr. Charles, you have 6 balls in the over. 2 balls can give you 10 runs easily.
Yes.
A 6 and a 4. Now, some players will try to go after every ball and they may miss all.
Yes. And some good players could put it in a gap and get 2, like young Cancius did.
And 2 6s, that's 12 runs already.
Yes.
So a lot of times, persons don't play with match sense and game sense, all right, to understand the value of the singles, the 2s. and when you get a bad ball, then you put it away. So now
this is the reason why they
final over,
probably
Mr.
call it
Charles.
runs, because you need to run.
Yes.
If you cannot get the boundaries, you run.
The final over is being bowled now, and then the first delivery was a slower delivery, deceived the batsman. For me, he was not too sure what to play, Mr. Charles, because that ball was much slower than what he had expected.
So
right,
I think right now what they need to do is just to put that ball in a gap and get some singles. You never know if the fresh legs of Cancias, those young legs, he would run a little bit harder and faster between the wickets. You never know. So right now I think the onus is on Ed to just put the ball in the gaps on another slower ball, and Ed is trying to meet the ball where it pitches and go over the top, but then he has failed to do so. Right, so I'm guessing the timing tonight has not been there.
So Dylan Edward is giving us a good final over there, Mr. Charles.
Yes.
All right, bowling for Jaguar. Again, yes. The batsman seemed to have no idea of what that delivery will be, Mr. Charles. And as you can see, to me, he's not moving his front foot in line with the ball to make contact.
I think he's just want to smash that ball a little too hard.
Okay, now he moves down, and that's a stump. Easy stump from him. Now that's what caused pressure, you see. So what we are saying now is to try to time the ball. He tried to go at every ball, and this is what we are saying. Here it is, the youngsters who are listening to us and watching and so on. He tried to go for a 6 at every ball. However, placement could have given him a 1 or 2 or 3. All right, and then that's what we are saying. Even though it's the last over, you don't just try to go at every ball and then you miss every ball. You have nothing. So then you wait for it, you play it on its merit, you will get the bad ball or the in-between, and then you go for it. So you get one, you hit it for 4, you get another one, you play it for a single, you get another one, you work it around the area for 2. Then you get a bad one, you hit it for 6. Just how many runs you have there already. So all these are the techniques in T20 and T10 that we need to teach the youngsters so they can understand.
I think the modern day cricketer believes that hitting 4s and 6s and power hitting is everything, but it's not. You still need to, I've never heard a batsman who got 50 or 100 with hitting only boundaries. He still runs. So, and another batsman is trying to smash that ball out of the park but makes no contact whatsoever. And I think Forestierre could concede a maiden over there if they are not careful.
Again, that delivery. Pitch up, Mr. Charles, will you say?
I think it wasn't that pitched up. It was just... And that is the end of the innings, and Forestierre have conceded a maiden over. And I think that they should be...
20th over. I think that is
disappointing.
That is the first time for this year we have had the 20th over being a maiden over. But did he have a wide?
No.
No. So a maiden over for the 20th over. So we need to commend Jaguar, and let us remember this is their first year playing in our tournament, and then they have qualified to go to Division 1, and right now they are playing the semi-final for Division 2 to move to the Division 2 Championship Trophy. All right, so we are looking forward to an exciting second inning because, as we said, Mr. Charles, Forestierre, they have a powerful bowling lineup. And then now we know that they will come strong at Jaguar. However, Jaguar in the quarterfinal match, they had an exciting match against BTC Boys Training Center.
Okay.
Because BTC scored 160 or 170 plus around that. And then now Jaguar came back and scored that.
Where did they score it? Was it at Moshi?
No, it was right here.
It was right here. Was it daytime?
Yes.
Okay, so you see the difference in the different conditions. In the day, a team will score 160, 170, and a team will chase it down easy. But at night, the pass score just goes down. I don't know if it's a temperature thing or a condition thing, but it's good to know that when you're playing in different times, you could adjust.
Right.
And I don't think Forestierre have really adjusted that, especially in the ending part of the innings. But credit where credit is due, we have Jaguar needing to make how many runs?
Yes, okay, so Mr. Charles is getting that for us. And then now, as we said, we are looking forward to an exciting second inning, Mr. Charles, when Jaguar would, Forestierre will take the field, and then Jaguar being a team that has already qualified for Division 1, as we said. So it promises to be exciting second inning. Now, as we speak, Mr. Charles, we have our friends from Dominica. They are watching us live, and Mr. Heston, he did message me. That is the president of the Softball Cricket Association in Dominica. Yes, Dominica, and then the other coordinators who are watching us in Dominica. We will be coming to Dominica. Well, I will be there at the end of the month so we can put everything in place. And remember, ladies and gentlemen, we are initiating a program where we want to organize a Windward Island tip ball tournament. And then Dominica and St. Lucia, we are starting it first. So come the month of August, we are having our T20 St. Lucia team going to Dominica. Well, we want to go with two teams, Mr. Charles.
Okay.
A premier youth team and also a veterans team. So Dominica, have your two teams ready because we are coming your way. And let us pause a while now, Mr. Charles, to acknowledge our sponsor, Eagle Freight.
Yes.
All right, Brokerage Services Limited. All right, Mr. Jabatis and his team at Eagle Freight. They have been sponsoring us for over 5 years.
That is excellent.
Yes, for the past 3 years, okay, he has been sponsoring the live stream of Division 1. So we have to say thank you very much to Mr. Jabatis of Eagle Freight. And also we have to say thank you very much to LNO Studios, all right? He's here with his entire team, and then they're giving us a top of the line quality streaming, all right? And then now we have Mr. Lance who is the owner of LNO Studios. He's working with us now also APL, because we are streaming live also the semi-final like we are here tonight of Division 2, the finals of Division 2. And then I will not put his business out, but Mr. Lance is giving us a big discount for streaming the second division, because we are still working on getting sponsorship and mega sponsorship. Right now, we don't have the mega sponsorship yet, all right? Yes. So we are working on that to get the mega sponsorship. So come later this year or next year, then we will be able to go even bigger. But I want to thank Mr. Lance Octave again for really working with us and then bringing the cricket live to everybody. So ladies and gentlemen, if you're wondering if you want to do your wedding, you want to do your funeral, you just want to do a birthday party, you want to do a football match, you want to do cricket, whatever you want to stream live, call Mr. Lance of LNO Studios. And whenever you mention APL, he might give you probably a 1% or 5%, some form of discount. Just call Mr. Lance Octave of LNO Studios and tell him, I was watching APL, and then you will get a discount. All right?
Yes. Let's moving back to cricket. Forestierre scored 97, so I think that was a big disadvantage mentally for them. They would want to touch that 100 mark. But it's always a tricky situation when you are chasing a small total. So Jaguar will not go out there thinking that they are confident. They must play each ball on their merit, not lose any wickets. Like we said, the Forestierre team have bowlers that could take wickets at any stage of the game. They're very tight. They don't really give nothing away. So Jaguars, be prepared for you to have a tough chase on your hands. It could be a tricky chase, and then we will bring you that live in about a few minutes. Right now, the curator, Ras, is just ensuring that the pitch is well done for the second part of the innings, and then we will bring you the second innings in a few minutes.
Right. And then just to keep you abreast with what is happening, ladies and gentlemen, all around and the other matches we have. So tomorrow night we have a match, but it will not be streamed live. Okay, that is a match for the third place plate Division 2. So tomorrow night that match is between Lague and Agad. Okay, so they're going to play for third place trophy plate Division 2. Then now we continue on Thursday night. It will be streamed live, ladies and gentlemen. The second semi-final for Division 2. It will be combined veterans. We'll be playing Moshi. Ladies and gentlemen, that will be a cracker. You cannot afford to miss that one Thursday night, ladies and gentlemen. Then Saturday night, we are going to have now the Division 1 third place match. Plate, that's the Division 1 third place plate trophy. That's between Grand Riviere and Lucilec. Okay, now Mr. Charles has told me that he will not end the year or the tournament without something in his hand. So, and Lucilec, they want to prove something. So let us see what will happen Saturday night. And then now next week, ladies and gentlemen, we move into the semi-finals of Division 1. Monday night, ladies and gentlemen, oh, there are two mighty teams, L'Abbaye, okay, L'Abbaye, all the Calbas brothers, and then Mr. Jason Simon and his brother Archie and his son and all of the others, okay, and then you have Fields, who is one of the best medium pace bowlers with tape ball, okay. All of these men, they from L'Abbaye, they are ready, and Jaden Elibox, just name them, and then McKenny Clark, all of these guys are ready to take on Monrepo. And guess what? Monrepo, they are hot in the T10 right now. That is going on the Dream 11 T10, and a lot of the players playing the T10, they also play for Monrepo in our tournament. So look out for Shadrach, look out for guys like Sammy, well, that's one of the brothers. Look out for guys like Keon Gaston. Look out for guys like Sabinus Emmanuel. Listen, just a number of these guys. Are they, okay, from Monrepo, they are ready for L'Abbaye. So that will be a final, a semi-final where you can say it's a final, okay? So that's Monday night. Then, Tuesday night, ladies and gentlemen, it will be the battle of the homeboys, where you have Vanna versus Millet, okay? Two teams where you have players from the same community, but they're on different sides, okay? They are neighbors, Vanna and Millet. And then you have the Charles brothers on one side, you have another set of Charles brothers on the other side, okay? And listen, so that will be exciting, ladies and gentlemen. That's Tuesday night. Vanna will be playing Millet, as we said, for the semi-finals, okay, Division 1. Then we have now Wednesday night, next Wednesday night. We continue now, and then we are going to have now the plate third place, all right, for tournament again. And then now I will give you the rest of the matches for the following week, where we are going to have now the plate finals for Division 1, plate final for Division 2. Then we have the third place for Division 1, the third place for Division 2. Then we have the grand final. So this is still a lot of cricket, ladies and gentlemen. You cannot afford to miss it. And we're going to continue to bring it live to you via LNO Studios, ladies and gentlemen. So look out for more exciting cricket coming your way, ladies and gentlemen. So we just want to say good night to all those of you listening to us wherever you may be. Sir Brandon in Babono and all the rest of the crew in Babono all around. Then our people from Forestierre, BB and the rest. Then you have those from Geno and the other areas supporting Jaguar. And then you have people all around St. Lucia watching us. And as we said, we have the Dominicans and all watching us. We have some friends in the United States watching us. So we are live all around the world, all around St. Lucia, all around the Caribbean, ladies and gentlemen. So cricket, lovely cricket. You just cannot afford to miss that as we bring to you the Eagle Freight APL tournament.
We are about to see the reply of the Jaguar team. They were able to restrict the Forestierre team to 97 runs in the 20 overs. And they are now going to demonstrate whether they are capable of overhauling the 97 and be able to make their way into the finals of the plate tournament. Oh, that's not a plate. That's Division 2. Okay. The semifinals of Division 2. Yes. The batters for the Jaguar team, the opening pair, that's Jonathan and Charlemagne. The bowling is on target so far. They start with spin. He bowled the first delivery and Charlemagne. Yeah. Goolman. Glenn. Goolman. Glenn Goolman comes in, bowls to Charlemagne. Charlemagne is driving this one, doesn't make contact. The keeper, Joshua Mann, is standing up. So the ball deflected from his grasp into the Fudman region. No run. So 2 deliveries are bowled and no run yet on the scoreboard. Here comes Glenn Goolman bowling to Charlemagne. Charlemagne is on the back foot. He dabs it through short Fudman, no run. So 3 runs, 3 dot balls. So it looks like the pressure is going to pile up on the Jaguar team, but it's still early to decide. Here comes bowler, shot delivery down the leg side. And the ball passed between the pads and the stumps. No run. 4 good deliveries so far. Here comes Glenn Goolman, bowls to Charlemagne. Charlemagne is playing it with a dead bat, trying to get a single, but no. It was denied by all those fielders who are just emerging on that one ball. Can you imagine that? Everyone seemed to be going on to get one more. Seven players dashing at one ball. Dot ball there. So he comes, final delivery. He comes and Goolman, Charlemagne is playing it back to Goolman. Maiden over to begin with. Oh yes, that's a good over there, bowled by Forestierre. The pressure is already building up, but we have 19 overs to get 97 runs. So the bowling started from the southern end, and now we are going to witness from the northern end. Who will it be? Will it be Ed? It looks like Ed. Yeah, Ed might be the one who will operate from the northern end. The ball is in his hands already. He's tossing it from hand to hand, drying if there is any moisture on it, drying it in the process. Meanwhile, Jonathan is taking his guard. He takes his guard, take the bales, and he's ponging the bales down to insert it into the ground so that he can see his guard. He is satisfied, but the field is not properly placed yet. James is giving some instructions. Yeah, he's going back on the off side of the field. Yes. So we have a cover. Ed is coming into bowl to Jonathan. Jonathan is playing it behind square. They can take a single, but they don't want one. They don't want. At the base, they can take more overthrows. No. Okay, so the score remains 0 without loss. Ed is a veteran cricketer. He has played in APLs before, and now he's coming into bowl to Jonathan. Jonathan is trying to fish at that one on the off side of the field. Doesn't make contact into the gloves of the keeper, who is Jonathan Mann. Yeah. Yes, so Ed has that experience under his belt. He comes in bowl, and Jonathan is trying to, with a cross bat. There was no timing, absolutely no timing there, and the ball just bunks to short mid-wicket, no run. So the over, midway in the over, and still no runs on the board. Forestierre has not bowled any wide, will not be bowling wide neither. And Jonathan is going for a mighty heave, doesn't make contact. He's going for a cross bat. If he connects, the ball will come in the mid-wicket area, and it's not packed there. There's just one man in that way. So he seemed to be taking his chance in the mid-wicket area, doesn't make contact. Ed is bowling the final delivery of the second over. He comes in, bowled to Jonathan. Jonathan is going again for the mighty. He's bowled! Jonathan is bowled. He was, I sense that would be there in the making because he seemed to be impatient. He seemed to be going after every delivery through the mid-wicket area, and this time around, Ed was on target. When he missed, the bails were dislodged. So the first wicket is down. Now Jonathan is making his way back to his teammates who are waiting for him, and one wicket is down, no run on the board. Zero for. So no runs on the board, one wicket is down. Is there one more delivery left? Yes, it looks like one more delivery. So there's a new batter. Do you have the new batter's name? Peter. Okay, Peter Felicier has replaced Jonathan. Okay, Peter Felicier is taking his guard. He's coming at a crucial time for the team, Jaguars. No run on the board, a wicket has fallen, and the pressure is building up on the Jaguar team. So it looks like the 97 runs might be a mountain. And what kind of mountain? An insurmountable mountain. Here he comes in, ball to Peter. Peter is getting a ball that hit him on the shoulder region. Yes. That brings a lot of excitement to the players and to the spectators alike as the over has come to an end. So 2 overs have gone, no runs on the board, 1 wicket is in the hut. So Jaguar is under pressure. Around that time when the Forestierre team was batting, the 2 overs had already generated 9 runs and 2 wickets were down already. So it is almost even. 2 wickets for the Forestierre team, 9 runs on the board, and no wickets on the board, 1 wicket. No runs on the board, 1 wicket is down for the Jaguars. So Glenn Gooderman is operating from the southern end, bowling the 3rd over, and here is Charlemagne going for a mighty heave on one knee. He's on one knee going for a mighty heave, didn't make contact. So Glenn is applying the pressure, and Charlemagne would have no idea. He's coming in, bowls to Charlemagne. Charlemagne is slapping that ball, but there's a man who is shot. They place him there for that purpose, to prevent the singles, and he fielded very well to deny his teammate, his opponent, that run, that essential run that he wants to get off the mark. So here comes Glenn, bowls to Charlemagne. Charlemagne is driving, playing it back along the pitch. Another dot ball. Can you imagine that? 3 overs is in progress and no runs yet. Dot balls, only dot balls. Here comes Glenn bowling to the captain, Charlemagne. Charlemagne is going for a mighty heave across the line. There's a man in the way, still dot ball. Still 0 for 1. So Glenn is a very effective slow bowler. He tosses that ball nicely, and as he does so, I know Charlemagne is under lots of pressure. The nerves are there, and he comes in. That's Glenn bowls to Charlemagne. He gets a full toss, then he's off the mark. Now he's off the mark after 2.5 overs. 2.5, yeah. So 1 for 1. 1 for 1. Peter Felicier is facing as he crosses for a single. How will Peter Felicier fare? They are making some changes to the field. So there's a long leg and there's a deep third man. He comes in, bowls to Peter. Peter swings at a wide ball. That's the first wide for the day for Forestierre. So the score moves on by 1-2. There is a mid-wicket who is on the boundary. There is a short mid-wicket also. And there's a long off, a deep long off. Here he comes in. That pass between his two hands into the fence for the first four for the day. Oh, ladies and gentlemen, I would not call it a drop catch. I would not call it a drop catch. It was hit powerfully by Peter. By the time he put his hands there, the ball had already eluded the hand onto the fence for 4. So we have 6 runs on the board at the end of 3 overs. 1 wicket is down. So the pressure is still there. Yeah. So Peter has the first boundary for the team, and the 4th over will start. Will it be Ed? Yes, Ed is still operating from the northern end of the field. He's bowling to down the leg side. Second wide brings the score to 7. So that's Peter Forestierre and Charlemagne. Charlemagne is facing Ed, and Charlemagne, as the captain, must play or should be playing a captain's innings. Let us see if he will do so. He's tapping at the crease so far, and Ed comes in, bowls to Charlemagne. Charlemagne is slapping. He gets an outer edge. It will run in the footman boundary for 4. So the second boundary makes the score moves on by 4-11. 11 for 1. Charlemagne is going after all those balls that he deemed to be good balls to hit. And so far he is succeeding because there are no slips. So anything down there might be a 4. Ed, thinking otherwise, will come into bowl. Let us see if he'll dislodge his bails. No. A dot ball into the gloves of the keeper. Keeper Joshua Mann, who is standing back. Score remains on 11. So the spectators are very quiet because it's still early o'clock. Here comes Ed, bowls to Charlemagne. Charlemagne got a lifting ball, a lifting delivery. He had to withdraw his bat, and the ball goes sailing into the gloves of the keeper. No run. So we have a large contingent of spectators who are watching the game. And those of you online, we also welcome your presence. Here's Ed Charlemagne driving at a delivery. Ed bowled to him on the offside of the field, through to the cover fielder, straight to him. No run. So Charlemagne is trying to allow for his team to be in an advantageous position. He's flicking at a ball down the leg side, doesn't make contact, and umpire does not show or give the signal of a wide. So that was a good delivery. Still 11 in the 4th over. But at the 4th over, Forestierre was 28 already at the end of the 4th over. But the 4th over is not ended yet, so we cannot compare yet. At the end of it, the comparison will be made. The batter seems to be taking a new guard. He's satisfied, and Eddie is also. He comes in, bowls to him, and he gets a good delivery. There's a man in the way. Good fielding, good placement there, and denying them the opportunity of taking the singles at will. So at the end of, now we can make the comparison, at the end of over number 4, Jaguar is on 11 and Forestierre were on 28. Now I'm seeing one of my co-commentators, Mr. Sipal is with me. He has joined me, and it's a pleasure for the two of us to bring you ball by ball commentary on the game, the semi-finals between the Jaguars and the Forestierre.
Yes, Mr. Charles, thank you very much, and it's a pleasure for me to join you, the mighty commentator. All right, so I will try to see how I can add a few comments to the commentary as you go along. But I must commend Forestierre, Mr. Charles. Throughout the tournament, Forestierre had been given a lot of wides, and then for tonight, I think only 2 wides, and then the first 2 overs, very impressive, no wides, no runs, and so on. Over to you, sir.
Oh yes, so they have been doing well. They are applying the pressure on the Jaguars. Will Glenn continue? Oh yes, he's continuing to bowl his for delivery. Bowls to Peter Félicien, who is on the back foot, and the ball made some height, and he just played with a soft bat, you know, back along the pitch, denying him the opportunity of scoring. Here comes Glenn, bowls to Peter again. Peter is going for a massive hit. Took the outer portion of the bat, the inner portion, sorry, because he's a lefty. And it went down to mid-wicket area. Actually, they could have walked that single. 1 more run to the total. The score moves on by 1 to 12.
Yes, looking at the runs for Jaguars, they have to score, Mr. Charles. 1 run per ball will give them the victory.
Indeed, yes. Because, yeah, that's correct, sir. You are there. 1 per run will give them a victory, but we see Glenn is bowling a faster delivery. It is ill-directed, and he has to do it over again.
Right. For a while there, I almost thought that was a pace bowler
yes.
that came in there. That was a very fast delivery, so he changed the pace there on the bowler. However, he did not have direction.
Good. He comes in, bowls, tosses it up there, and oh yes, that's a good delivery, and all the batter had to do that is Charlemagne. He had just play it back softly to the fielders around him who are very short, denying him any opportunity of scoring a single. Glenn bowls to Charlemagne. Charlemagne tosses this up there, and he'll get a single because mid-wicket comes into play. He's deep and tosses the ball 1 bounce to the bowler. 14.
Yes, and Mr. Charles, I must also commend Forestierre on the field placement. It is very effective. Most of the balls that the batters play will go straight to a fielder.
Indeed.
Very effective field placement.
Indeed, we must commend him on that, yes. Here comes Glenn, bowls to a short delivery. Peter tried to pull him through square leg to the bottom part of the bat, and it didn't have much venom in it. Just remain in his crease, because had he run, it might be suicidal. Glenn comes in, maybe the final delivery of that over, and Peter is slapping it. He connected now. He connected well on the back foot, and he pulled this short delivery over the mid-wicket area into the fence there for the maximum. First maximum of the day, Mr. Sipal.
Yes, that was a very good shot because he waited for him. Okay, Glenn had been playing a mind game with him, okay, giving a faster one earlier to Solomon, and then now he was, put it that way, even though it was coming slow, but some of them would be a little slower, some a little faster, and so on. And then, but this one, he bowled it a little short, and then Peter capitalized on that, and then played that, as you said, over deep mid-wicket into the boundary for 6.
Yes. So it appears that if they take the time, and as you said, 1 run per ball, can have them to overhaul that score of 97 scored by Forestierre, and if they continue at that pace, they will overhaul it. And but Forestierre, knowing the Forestierre that we know, they will put out the best in trying to deny them that opportunity of trying to overhaul their score, because they also want to go through the semi-finals.
Yes, and then Forestierre, they have some great bowlers still at the back, okay? Because you have Stephen Natram,
who is
a great tip bowler. He has shown that he can do that, and we know Stephen Natram as a batter for Windward Islands and for St. Lucia, all right? And then also you have Joshua Mann.
Oh yes, Joshua Mann.
So it is continuing, Mr. Charles.
Oh, that ball was played upishly through the covers, between the short cover and the mid-off, who was feeling there, and it bounced before he was able to collect it, and that bounce caused them to take a single in the process. So 1 more to the total in the 6 over 21.
Yes, this misfield, as you said, gave them that extra run. And then every run in a situation like that counts. So therefore, the fielders have to be on guard.
They have to. On the P's and Q's there, he's going after that ball. That ball is rising again. For Peter went to drive it. He went tentatively and didn't connect into the gloves of Joshua Mann's hands. No run.
And if you look, Mr. Charles, Ed is a gentleman. You'll say, okay, you'll say that he's put it that way, average in terms of height and size, but he's really pushing that ball.
He's pushing, yes, he's pushing it. Oh, Peter gets that ball through the Footman region, and he just opened the face of the bat and scamper for another single. A good shot that was played by Peter Félicien through the Footman region. Get another single there, so the score moves on to 22-1.
Yeah, and Mr. Félicien, Mr. Charles, is playing with experience. Okay, if you realize he's playing each ball on its merit.
Indeed.
Okay, and then you analyze the situation of the game. So if you don't need to go at every ball, then you play each ball on its merit.
Very good.
You consider the situation and
Very
then
good.
you play accordingly.
Yeah, so you don't have to go wildly after every delivery. You play the ball on its merit, as you rightly said, and that is sensible cricket. Charlemagne, the captain, is not prepared. Somebody may have spoken. Yeah, there's a conversation going on there. So Joshua Mann may have, yeah. There's some injury sustained by Joshua Mann, and they are going to his rescue to see if they can administer some first aid, and somebody is doing that. Okay, they are surrounded. Yeah, he's satisfied. And if he might not be able to continue to keep, he might be placed in a position where the ball don't normally travel.
Right. And then Forestierre also have another good keeper, that is Stephen Natram. Stephen Natram is the national keeper also. So this is what I tell you. Forestierre, it's a pity that they did not score more runs, but then Forestierre is indeed a powerful team. So let us see if they can keep up with the momentum that they have created, and to what extent they can keep Jaguars away from scoring at 97.
Yes. So the Jaguar camp, I noticed the Jaguar camp is more jubilant now. They are very much vocal, and because they at the rate that they are going, if they maintain it, he plays it to the man who is shot mid-wicket, and there is a run out. That was suicidal. They have not even crossed, yet somebody is run out. What a brilliant throw that was.
But you had the run-outs at both ends, Mr. Charles. So I was about to say that he's throwing the ball to the wrong end because the man at the other end had reached halfway, and then the other one had just left his crease.
Yeah.
Wow, that was indeed a suicidal run-out.
Indeed it was. And so he's dejected, he's saddened, he's not pleased, not happy at all. And he was there trying to soak every delivery, play every delivery on his merit. It was a nice shot that he played off his pads, but fortunately there was a man in the way.
Yes.
And as you mentioned, the fielding is rightly, the position, in the field, he was rightly positioned. The ball went directly to him, yet they were taking a run. He fired at the stump, dislodged the bails. He was short. Direct hit, yeah.
Yes, the value of a direct hit, Mr. Charles.
Yes, yeah. So Charlemagne is out and Joachim is in.
Okay, so the next batter, Mr. Charles, is Joachim Robinson.
Yes.
All right, and then so far he has been doing pretty well in the tournament also. So let us see if tonight he can show face and then give Jaguar what they need.
Yes. Jaguar will welcome an innings from him, a good innings from him. Peter on the other end there, Peter is composed. I can see that. He is not flustered. He is composed at that end there, and the two of them can have a partnership going where they can take the team home. Ed comes in to bowl to Joachim. Joachim is flashing at a ball, and the ball, no, that's not out. Yeah, he's flashing at the ball, didn't make contact, and into the gloves of the keeper, and all the players who were appealing for caught behind, denied by umpire Nelson, who is elegantly dressed.
Yes, sir. Okay, and then that ball was a rising delivery on him. Okay, but it was there for the shot, However, for first in your first ball, I find that it was a little risky now to go for that shot because there was a possibility of the outer edge.
Yes, 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 yes. Ed is buoyed up now in spirit at the fall of that wicket and that delivery that he bowled. He want to repeat that delivery. Will he do it? He comes in bold to oh yes, and I can say he's beaten.
Yes.
He's beaten.
That ball kept low, Mr. Charles.
Very
and
low.
then from my vantage point here, I don't know if you saw the same thing, but to me the ball had passed when he played the shot.
Yes.
Did you see the same thing?
I saw that, yes. So Ed, he's diminutive. Yes, he's diminutive, but he seemed to have a quick shoulder. Yeah, that caused the ball to, when it pitches, it skids off the wicket into the. So we have seen the conclusion of the 6th over. That's the power play. At the end of power play, the score is 22 for 2. At the end of power play for Forestierre, when they were batting, they were 38 for 3.
38.
Yeah.
So Jaguar, they are behind.
They are behind.
However,
slightly.
remember the last 5 overs that Forestierre faced, they did not capitalize on that. So the run rate had gone down by that time.
Yes.
So then now, can we see the opposite of Jaguar coming through now?
It's possible. Anything can happen in cricket, you know.
Yes, sir.
It's a game, they say, of glorious uncertainties, you know. And anything can happen. Glenn is bowling his last delivery. The ball is skied. Will somebody be under it? Oh no! Oh. Peter hit that, connected so well that the ball went over the fence of a long on region for a maximum. That's the second maximum for Peter.
Yes, sir. And Mr. Charles, the man is batting with ease, composure, elegant.
Yeah.
And he plays his shot with that level, with that composure that he's in control.
He's in control.
Okay. He's not going after every ball.
No.
He's waiting for the right one to go after it. So indeed, the veteran, who I think he's also the manager, of Jaguar, manager player.
Oh, right, okay.
Normally you have a coach player, now we have the manager player.
Very good, very good. So he brings his expertise in terms of batsmanship to the field of play, and I know he was disappointed at the run out of his captain, but he seemed to be making up for his captain.
Yes.
Yeah, he's making up for the loss of his captain. Right. So the score is on 28 in the 7th over so far. Well, 6.1.
Yes. So Mr. Charles, just want to find out, I'm not sure if you may know, Mr. Felicien, Peter Felicien might be from the Geno area and so on. So is that part of the Felicien family, where you have a lot of cricketers coming through the Felicien family, and then you had a number of the sisters who played for St. Lucia.
One of them was Patsy.
Patsy Felicien.
We call her the late Patsy Felicien because she was involved in a tragic accident.
Right.
Yeah. And she was one of the cricketers who played for the West Indies team.
Yes.
As a matter of fact, the time that she passed away, unfortunately, she was coming home from a tour. Yeah, from a tour of the West Indies.
Okay.
Yeah. So here's Peter playing the ball backward the square. There's another man in the way. I want to commend Forestierre for their field placing. Every time they seem to be placing that ball, driving at that ball, going across and nudging it around, there seems to be a man in the way, denying him the opportunity of the singles. Yeah. There is, good delivery there by Glenn this time around. Peter respected it and just played it back to the bowler who fielded and returned back to the top of his mark.
So Glenn is bowling his 4th over right now, Mr. Charles?
Yes, that's his final. Maybe 2 more deliveries left. Let's see. He comes in, bowls, and he swings at that, almost get bowled there in the process. Yes, that ball kept very low, Mr. Sipal.
Yes, now you find that the way the pitch is playing, at times the ball will rise to your nose.
Yes.
And that one kept very low.
Very low. So, variable bonks there, we call that.
Yes.
He comes in, bowl, and Peter nudging that one through wow, almost another run out there, Mr. Sipal.
Yes. And again, I would have sent it to the other end because Peter had just left the crease when the fielder had the ball, but then he also saw the run out at his end.
Yeah.
But then now that's where again I will come to game awareness.
Yes.
And realizing that Peter Felicien, who might be running slower than the other batter, let me take him instead.
Very good. And he's the in batter.
Yes.
The one who is set. Good delivery there. Joachim went for that sweep shot Didn't connect with the bat, but the ball connected to his head area, I believe.
Yes, sir.
But fortunately, no damage done.
Yeah. So we have Glenn Gulaman coming to the end of his over right now. And Glenn Gulaman, Mr. Charles, when we started APL also, remember Forestierre was our main ground for APL.
It was.
And then Glenn Gulaman at that time, I think he had just completed secondary school, or was he still going to secondary school? And then he was playing for Forestierre. And he has his brother also who he played this year, but to me I have not seen him. That's Niall. We call him Malenga.
Okay.
All right. He also has the swinging action of Malenga.
Surely.
All right. Yes. Okay.
All right.
So indeed, we are grateful that a lot of the players who started APL in the initial stage, they are still there playing.
Good. Very well. Very well. Here comes Ed. Ed bowling is for the. Oh, here is Peter again. Peter again got a full toss, and he dispatched it over the long off area for another massive, majestic 6.
Yes, sir. That was well played. Okay, he waited for it, a full ball. Well, you have given me a gift. I will say thank you, and that's what he said. And then now you could see the action in his play. All right, and then he realized that the field area was cleared.
Okay, he got a ball that he want to swing on the side of the field, doesn't make contact. As a matter of fact, the ball just hit him in his pads area, went down to back of the square. No run, no damage done. No run, no damage done. Mr. CP, when Forestierre was batting, they got a number of gifts in terms of full toss. Instead of dispatching it to the boundary, some of them got wickets from them. Oh, what a good shot. Glorious shot there through the cover. For another 4 runs. Wow!
That is a classic shot,
indeed,
Mr. Charles.
Indeed.
And he just brought himself back a little, and then now, Mr. Charles, give us a description of that shot.
Yes, he is that kind of a guy who seemed to have good timing. Yes. So when he went back, he went forward again, and the momentum, connected with the bat and allowed the ball to go all along the ground to the cover region for 4. Okay, wide delivery. So he has to redo that one. 40.
Yes. Ed decided, Mr. Charles, that he's not taking that so easily. And this one was a faster delivery, but then it was a little wayward. And then I can say now, Mr. Felicien playing the first year in our tournament. And then we can see that this is a veteran that we're going to go to Dominica with.
Yes, we have to. We have to take him there to Dominica. Is he getting a ball outer edge into the fence? Will it be? Yes. The third man area for another 4 runs.
To me, that was a drop catch.
Yeah, it was.
Okay. Joshua Mann, who is usually a very good keeper, I don't know what happened to him tonight. To me, that's two very good chances that he may have missed.
And he's not up to the stumps. He's back. He should have collected it. Yes, he should have collected it in his gloves and grasped it and see the back of Peter. But Peter is living there, and he's living dangerously in terms of his aggression. Ed bowls to Peter, and Peter is going after this one again. The ball is lifting.
Yes. You see what you said earlier, Mr. Charles? Yes. Some will keep low and some rising, and this one was indeed a rising delivery from Ed. Ed is on fire right now because Ed will not accept that 6 or that 4 that he has got from Peter. So it's coming back for him.
It's coming back. It's coming back. Ed comes in to bowl to Peter. Peter what will Peter do? Peter is driving, but with the full face of the bat. But there's a man in the way. There's a player in the way. Brings it over to an end at the end of over number 8. The score is on 44. 44 precious runs. They have to overhaul 97. They have to overhaul 97.
They're actually going at a good rate.
Yes. Now, if you watch the comparison there, at the end of over number 8 for Forestierre, they were 45.
Right.
3 wickets were down. Right now, at the end of over number 8, they are 44. Jaguars 44.
Wow.
And 2 wickets down. So the advantage
is the
is with Jaguar.
Jaguar, right. Now, going back to that last shot that he played there, Mr. Charles, did you realize, that's what I keep telling persons, he moved his right foot in line with the ball, so then he had control and he kept his eye on the ball, and then he had the control of the ball. So we are doing a little coaching as we commentate and so on, because we want the youngsters also to understand. As we said, I don't appreciate persons who say that T20 will cause you to lose the basics of cricket. No, you still have to play the basics of cricket.
Indeed, sir, indeed. Very good. There's a change bowler from the southern end. It's a wide delivery, so he has to redo that. 45.
Marius James.
James, okay.
Yes, Mr. James, who himself is a former national player for St. Lucia. That's a while back. Right now he's the PE teacher at the Montchi Primary School.
Oh, that's my colleague, former colleague.
Yes.
Okay, Mr. James, good to have you as you represent your community, Forestierre. He is on target this time around, and Joachim, no alternative but to just defend. Another dot ball going there. So even Stevens, almost so, we can say that. Even Stevens at this time, over number 9 in progress. James comes in to bowl to Joachim. Joachim is hitting the ball hard with a hard bat, but he didn't get the top part of the bat. He went with a lot of power, but he did not hit it cleanly.
Right.
The ball lobbed in the air. It fell between the square leg, who was running to get it, and the mid-wicket. So between these two areas there, and he crossed for a single. The score moves on by 1 to 46.
Yeah. James can be a very deceptive bowler, because he's coming and then his arm action, he has a little unorthodox arm action. And then now the pace at which the ball is coming, sometimes you may not expect it to be as fast, or you may not expect it to be as slow as he's doing it. Variation again.
So there's some deception there.
Yes.
All right. He's witty, very witty. Now here comes in ball to Peter. Peter is trying to get that ball on the onside, wraps on the pads. No run there.
Yes, and Marius James also, Mr. Charles, he has been taking a few wickets during the tournament. So Forestierre would be expecting him tonight to come through for them again.
Very good. Very good. He must be consistent. He seemed to be consistent in the preliminary rounds. Let's see if he'll be this time. Okay, Peter is equal to that ball. Peter plays it back along the pitch. Peter has no fear. He has no pressure on him. He seemed to be composed at the stump there, at the wicket there, and he intends to bring victory to his team. But James has other ideas. Yeah, down the leg side, it crept along the ground very low. Keeper eluded the keeper and fielded near the fence area. But umpire signal wide. Umpire Nayak also.
Yes, umpire Nayak.
Yes.
And then for our viewers, Nayak originally is from India. All right, and then he's right now working in St. Lucia. Oh. And then, everybody from India, they love cricket.
Yes.
So by the time you touch base in St. Lucia, then you're a cricketer. So he plays for Karu's Kitchen, and then he's also one of our umpires at APL.
And Nayak is no stranger to us. Nayak is part of
us now. He has become part of us.
Yeah. So much so that he knows everyone on the team.
Yes.
Here comes James bowling to down the leg side. Another wide with the signal. No wide there. So the score remains on 47.
Okay, no wide. He did not signal.
Yeah.
So he must have seen something other than what we are seeing, because he is in a position where he can see exactly the trajectory of the ball, and where we are there, at the angle we are there, we cannot judge.
We cannot judge, judge. And James bowls again. This one is a wide. This one he has to redo it. So the score is 48.
Now, as I said earlier, remember I had told you that Forestierre, during the preliminary, they used to bowl a few wides. So I am hoping now that the way they started, they keep that way and do not allow the wides to come in now.
Yeah. Now talking about wides, when I looked over the innings of the Forestierre team, the Jaguar bowling, and Jaguar had an overall number of wides, 24 wides. So if you deduct 24
wides
from the 97 runs, you are left with 73 runs.
24 wides?
Indeed. 24 wides for the Jaguars.
So if they lose that match tonight, they actually gifted them. They will gift Forestierre that match.
Indeed.
With that 24
Yeah,
wides.
yeah.
It will be a gift to Forestierre.
Yeah. So they went off. Too many wides. Jonathan, I was reckoning, if you look at Jonathan's bowling, they was about, in 1 over he had about four wides.
Okay.
Yeah.
All right, so listen, who do we have bowling there now?
Oh, that looks like Stephen
Natram.
Stephen Natram.
All right,
yeah.
so Stephen Natram, as we said, the national player. He plays for St. Lucia as a wicket keeper. He also plays at Windward Island level, but then in APL he's a bowler.
Okay, he's bowling to Joachim. He's wrapped on the pads as Joachim tried to flick him off on the onside, doesn't make contact.
And as we speak, Mr. Charles, Stephen Natram played in the T10 today, the Dream 11 T10, and then he blasted 70-plus runs.
Did you say blasted?
Yes,
Oh,
blasted.
that was an inning. Well, that was an inning.
70-plus runs today.
Here comes Natram. Natram bowls to Joachim. Joachim got the bottom part of the bat onto the ball, and it just bubbled to the short cover. No run. So the pressure is putting them at bay. Quiet, tense moment this time around, and Joachim is getting that ball straight to that same fielder who field, and no run to the score.
All right. Now, as I told you earlier, Stephen Natram has been bowling very well in APL with the tape ball. So if he can give us another performance like that, Jaguar will be in trouble.
All right. Oh, did he get a nick to it?
No.
No, umpire is not. Yes, umpire is signaling.
Oh.
He got an edge, a welcome edge for the Jaguars. It eluded the third man into the fence for a 4. It was almost, not a good shot. It was not a good shot to play, but he survived, and survived well with another 4 runs. So 50 is up, 52.
So again, that ball passed the keeper, Mr.
Yes,
Charles.
it did. 52. And that's the shot that he was looking for all the time, Mississippi.
Yes.
He went on the front foot, flicked it over backward of square into the fence for another 4. So the score moves on by another 4 runs to 56.
Now that's pressure on Forestierre right away, because with 2 consecutive 4s, then which means the batter can relax now, because that's 8 runs already you have in 2 balls.
He can relax, but I don't know if he will. That's the sensible thing to do, but I don't know if he will do that. Let us see. He plays it up the same bottom. This is a very good ball that Natram has bowled.
Yes.
He bowled it almost like a yorker, and so it took the bottom part of the bat, and it didn't have much power in traveling to the fielder. He stayed in his crease, and the score remained on 56 for 2.
After 9 overs.
After
10.
After 10.
10. So with a halfway mark, 56. So it is still tight, Mr. Charles. It can still go either way, ladies and gentlemen. Listen. If you're planning to go and sit, no, you cannot go yet. You cannot go yet, because the way it is there, we still cannot decide who will win, because 1-2 quick wickets there, Mr. Charles, and that will change the dimension of things.
It will. At the same number of overs when they were batting Forestierre, they were 53 for 3, and now Jaguar is 56 for 2. So it is even Stevens at this time, and the 2 batters who are at the wicket, they are trying to build a partnership. Partnerships are important even in T20s. So while Peter is aggressive, and his colleague Joachim has scored 2 consecutive 4s there. Oh, here is Peter hitting that ball hard and high. Oh! Into the boundary, the long off boundary, the long off on fielder. The long off fielder was under that ball. His hand was able to stop the ball. It did not stay in his grasp, and it almost went in the fence.
So did he overrun that ball?
Yes, because misjudge it.
Yes, because if you fill in on the boundary and then the ball passed over your head and then it did not reach the boundary, so which means you were not...
Yes, he misjudged it. So he ran in, whereas he should be waiting for the ball.
Around
yes,
to get it.
Very good.
Right.
58. Oh, Peter is beaten. That's a good lifting delivery there into the gloves of the keeper. Peter tried to remove or withdraw his bat, but by the time the ball passed him, the ball had already done the damage. But Peter is there surviving, and he is intent on allowing him per se to reach the 97. Let us see James, and he quietly plays the ball back along the pitch. He can do that because they have a lot of overs left, you know. 9 more overs to come. This is the 11th over in progress.
This is good cricket all round, Mr. Charles.
Yeah.
The bowler is coming and then he's bowling wicket to wicket.
Yeah.
And then Peter is playing the ball on its merits
Indeed,
also. That is cricket, good cricket all round,
Yeah.
ladies and gentlemen.
James bowls to Peter. Peter is, he's a lefty and he likes the ball on his pads. So he flicks it off his pads over the head of the fielder who is fielding that backward of square, and they collected a single. So the score moves on by 1 to 59, sorry.
As you said, Mr. Charles, he seems to like the ball on the pads.
Yes, he likes
plays
it
very well.
Uh-huh.
But he also has some exquisite cover drive.
Oh yes, that I cannot remember. I cannot forget that cover drive that I saw. He did there through the covers into the fence for that 4. James comes to bowl to Joachim. What will Joachim do? What will James do? Joachim going for a mighty heave, doesn't make contact. And now, if you look at the head of Joachim when he made that shot, the head was going with the flow of the bat. You know, the head in the air as he went for that heave didn't connect at all into the gloves of keeper man. Joshua Mann's gloves. No run. 59 for 2. That looks like the final delivery for James. Good. He's getting some good advice from one of the spectators from the Forestierre camp. James is coming in to bowl to Joachim. Joachim taps at the crease and he's hitting it in that vacant area there. He can get 2 if he wants to, will he? Oh, good fielding there by KL. Good fielding there. They just cross for a single. 60. 60 at the end of over number 11.
Yes, so that's where now, Mr. Charles, do or die, as they say. That is where now you can create pressure. The bowling side, you create pressure, and that's where the batting side, if they allow the pressure now to be created on them now, it will be a little too late when they try now to get to the run rate. So this is a crucial area. A lot of times, persons miss that opportunity to understand that this is the time now that pressure can build, or this is the time now that you mount up pressure.
All right, okay, good advice there. So that we are in the middle overs there. And in the middle overs, they need to take advantage of the middle over. In the meantime, Forestierre has a change. No. Still, Stephen Natram is still operating from the northern end of the field. And they are trying to deny them the boundaries. So the third man is deep. Okay, misfield there. There's a misfield by the short cover. That should not be a run, but he allowed for the ball to elude him, and he went the cross for a single, 61 in over number 12. So there's a third man deep. There is a point that is, if it plays there, the ball is played there to him, they can take a single. There's a cover that is sweeping. There is a long off. There is a long on. There is also a square leg. There is a fine leg and also mid-wicket deep in the boundary.
Right.
That's the field for Stephen. And
well, now the field has changed
it has
a little
changed.
because you have now the left-hander coming in now.
Yes, the left-hander. Over the top of the point cover, the deep cover comes into play. 1 more run to the total, 62. Peter is intent on any ball that is played up to him. He will go on the front foot and go up over the top with it.
Yes.
He likes that shot.
Right, and then but then he is timing it very well, Mr. Charles, because he's checking to see where the fielders are on the 50-yard circle, and that's where he will try to go over them. All right, rather than pick on the fielder who is on the boundary.
Yes.
He's checking to see where the gaps are or where the fielder may be fielding on the 50-yard circle.
Very good.
So this is intelligent cricket
Very
by Peter Felicien.
Yeah. Okay. So So Stephen Natrum bounces the ball into his hands and he's ready to bowl. He comes bowl to Joachim. Joachim is playing, not timing the ball properly.
I think Joachim, Mr. Charles, what he should do is to just try to rotate the strike, because Peter Felicia is hitting the ball so well, and you realize that it's difficult for him to get at the ball. So just take the single and give Peter the strike.
That's a nice comment, Mr. CP. The ball, that ball that he got there, he could have, that ball that he got there, he tried to paddle it through fine leg, doesn't make contact, and that ball was not on his leg. The ball was center stump. Natrum is thinking all the time, what kind of delivery will I bowl to Joachim? Joachim should play for straight bat. Will he play for straight bat? No, he plays across the line this time around.
So you see what I'm telling you? That's about a third ball.
Yes.
And then he's trying to go with it.
Yes.
A simple paddle or play it in, somewhere, because you have the a gap right there between short cover and point.
Yes.
So easy single can
be there in the making. He's going for the massive hit again. Yeah, it will be good for him to rotate the strike. That brings the over to an end. At the end of over number 12, the score is on 62 for 2.
Right, so that was a very good over there by Stephen Natrum after the previous over where he was hit for a 6 and a 4. And then he has come back very well in that over to again tighten things on the Jaguars. So we expect now Marias James to come through with that over again. And then normally Forestierre, they have the bowlers bowling all 4. So let us see what will happen tonight, whether they will change it or they will continue with that plan that has been working for them, where the bowlers come through and bowl all 4 overs.
All right, that's all right. That's in place. Also, Mr. CP, you mentioned about he come back and bowl a good over. Yeah, it was a good over because only 2 runs came from that over.
Good.
Only 2. And in a T20 where you can restrict them, 2 runs in an over, that's very economical.
And as you said, this is the crucial stage where sometimes we don't take, we don't recognize what is happening, and then now it may just leave us.
Yes, too late by the time the 15th over comes on us. So, Joachim must try to rotate the strike as much as possible to give the hard-hitting Peter the opportunity to score.
Well, it's the end of the over, and then Peter is on strike.
Very good. That's James bowls to Peter. That's a no ball.
No.
Yes, a no ball signal there, and Peter is in some sort of border there now. He got a no ball bowl there, so it was up his waist.
Okay, it was
62. Yeah, 63. 63. He will get some assistance there from his teammate.
Well, if the ball did hit him, and the most sensitive part of the man's anatomy, if that's where the ball had hit him, then it's not a no ball. Not a no ball.
All right. Yeah. Yeah, it's not a no ball.
So let us see what happened, or probably the ball hit him higher.
Higher, yeah. You can also be very much in a painful area there if the ball hits you in the navel area.
Oh yes, yes,
navel.
Yes.
Yeah.
Okay. So is that a free hit, Mr. Charles?
It is a free hit. Yeah. He comes in, bowls to him, and Peter is in the air. There's a man who is square leg. He drops it. Square leg drops it.
But it was a free hit, Mr. Charles.
It was a free hit.
Yeah. However, what you practice is what you will do. So even though it's a free hit, you go for it.
You take the catch.
Yes.
Take the catch.
Because a run out can be affected.
Very much so. Very much so. So 64 for 2. Over number 13 in progress. Yeah. Here comes James bowling to Joachim down the leg side. Wide signal there. 65. Okay, Joachim is on strike now. So if Joachim can do what we say, then he will be in good stead.
Play the ball in the gap and give Peter the strike.
Yes. James comes, ball to Joachim. Joachim, oh, he slaps this one. There's a man in the way, and they can have that run out if they want to. Okay, Peter overrun, so they can capitalize on the overthrow. 66. And you know Peter is a slower runner.
Yes.
So,
but if the keeper had time reach the wickets, Mr. Charles, to me there could have been a run out.
There could have been a run out. Yeah.
So the keeper moved a little slow to get to the position that he had to be.
James bowls to Peter. Peter is hitting it again across the line. He likes the onside of the field. He will get only one. 67.
Now, if you realize, Peter now has changed his mode of play because he has been there from about the second over, third over, and then he realized now that he has got himself in. So therefore, he's playing at every ball.
Yes. He's at every delivery that comes. He wants to dispatch it. But Joachim must learn to rotate the strike. He's going after for a mighty heave at that one, doesn't make contact. It was there for that shot. I don't know if he's in line with the ball or what that front foot is doing, but that's a good ball to drive through the covers. James is bowling over number 13. He's coming in, bowls to Joachim. Joachim, yes, digs a good ball, center stumps on his stump, but the bat is coming for straight bat, denying him that opportunity of hitting the bails. Very good batting there, if you can bat like that.
Yes, so that was good cricket all round, Mr. Charles.
Indeed.
It was a very good ball also, and then well played, well dug out.
Yeah. James comes, ball to Joachim. Joachim flashes at that one, doesn't make contact. Brings the over to an end. Over number 13 yielded 62, 5 runs.
5 runs. Okay, now coming back to the tactical play again, Mr. Charles. Did you realize how the batter he pulled himself back and then tried to flash at the ball rather than go in line with the ball and then play the ball either to the offside or to the leg side, but then you in line with the ball, then you can make contact. But then he moved back and then just try to flash at the ball. So you see, that's why I'm saying that even though it is T20, there is still the basics of play that can come into play, and then you're going to maximize your productivity.
Very good, sir. Well said. Yeah. So there's a new bowler is?
I think Ron Gulaman.
Oh, Ron. Okay, Ron Gulaman. Okay, so Nitram has rested, and there's a new bowler who is operating from the northern end in the name of Ron Gulaman. Here comes Ron, comes the ball to Peter. Is it a wide? Yes, a wide signal there. So the score is 68, is moved on by 1 to 68. 68 in over number 14.
Mr. Charles, will you say that the atmosphere, the night condition might be what is contributing to the wides, or do you think that the bowlers probably are not bowling wicket to wicket or in line? What would you think? Or would you think that condition, the night condition, is also contributing to the wides?
That's a nice question there. We'll take it in a while. We'll take it in a while here. In the meantime, Ron is coming to bowl to Peter. Peter bowls another wide delivery. So that's making it one more. So the night condition, it might be a factor because I don't know if the let us see, Ron is coming to bowl to Peter. Is it another wide? Yes, another wide. 3 consecutive wides in the making, and that the score has gone on to 70. And if you do the maths, it's in the 20s. 20 more runs, about 28 more runs remain to be overhauled. So that can be a factor, but Mississippi, during the day, we still bowl wides, you know?
Yes, that's true.
Wides are still bowled during the daytime. So it's not, here is Peter hitting that ball. No one is there in the making. 4 runs. There was an effort attempted there by the long on player but
to the
yes,
corner area.
unable to prevent that ball from crossing the line. So 4 more to the total. Peter is on fire tonight for his team, Jaguar 74.
So that's 7 runs off 1 ball.
Yeah, of 1. Right, you see? 7 runs, 1 ball. Good observation. It's Ron bowling to Peter again. Peter is playing that ball. Oh, the keeper effected a catch.
Yes, a very good catch indeed.
Yes.
Okay, and then now, will we see now something happening there, Mr. Charles? Because Peter, who had been batting so well, he's the bedrock of the Jaguar team in terms of the batting.
Yeah.
And then now, at this crucial stage,
Yes.
we have, Jaguar, they have lost him. So let us see now what will happen. So, Lisa, who is coming into bat now?
So 74 for free. We just saw the dismissal of Peter Felicien. He had a good knock for his team. After the run out of his captain, he put his head down and he hit some good, elegant looking fours and some huge sixes. I cannot forget the cover drive that he did. It was a scintillating cover drive through the covers into the fence for 4. But now we see he's back with his counterparts in the hut area, and a new batter has replaced him.
So how many runs did he score? I think our scorer will give us that in a while, Mr. 43 runs.
43.
Oh, well done. Well
Yeah,
done.
well compiled.
Yes.
Yeah, well compiled.
So he has set the foundation there for Jaguar. If they were to go and lose that, now they have to blame themselves.
They have to. Almost half of the runs came from his batting, you know, from the 97, 43. Almost, yeah, almost half. Well, we can say half. The new batter. Okay. So, Glenn, Ron Gullaman bowls. Oh, good shot there. Oh, this is a batter who looks like he's in form. The first delivery, he just comes on the front foot and plays an elegant-looking on drive to the player who is on the long on boundary. 1 more run.
Now, Mr. Charles, he did exactly what I said that should be done. He did not go and then play a rash shot.
No.
He just played the ball well. And then now, we have now the other batter now seeing what has been done. And now here we are. But wait, it makes no sense for me to be just going after every ball. Let me now play sensibly.
Very good, very good. So he decides to emulate him.
Yes.
All right, good. Ron has other ideas. His idea is to keep them back and to even take the wicket. Will Ron take the wicket? Oh, that's a down the leg side ball. He has to do it again. So he has been bowling some wides.
Yeah, that's about 4 wides in that over.
76
so far.
Yeah. 76 so far. He's getting some advice from the spectators. Here comes Ron, bowls to Joachim, going for a mighty cross bat. Doesn't make contact. You know, it would be good for him to play straight. If he plays straight, he connects.
Yes.
Playing across the line, chances of you connecting, not if you don't have good timing. Here comes Ron, bowls to Joachim. Joachim plays it straight to the man who is at cover. The cover shy at the stumps, and a keeper had a difficult time stopping that ball. Denied, but prevented the single. At the end of over number 14, the score is on 76.
Now I realize, Mr. Charles, Joshua Mann is taking off the gloves, meaning that he's going to bowl.
Yes.
At this time, okay, Joshua Mann, who also played for St. Lucia, and I think Windward Islands under 17 also. Okay. And then he has had some stints in England playing cricket. So Joshua has something good to offer tonight. So let us see if he can come through tonight, all right? Joshua just may change the dynamics of things if he is able to bowl what we know that he can bowl.
All right, okay, let us see if Joshua will live up to his reputation. He is making some changes to the field. So there's a long square leg on the fence, mid-wicket on the fence, long off and long on. They are also on the fence, and the rest of the players are in the circle. The rest of them are in the circle.
Yes, sir.
Good. So Joshua is operating from the southern end. He comes in, bowls, and down the leg side. Will Naya call it a wide? Because it turned sharply. No, it's not a wide.
Must have made contact with the batter.
The
probably
batter,
touch his punch
most
or
likely.
something, some aspect.
Most likely. Okay, Joshua is doing some repairs to his boot lace. He comes in, taps at the crease. Is that Joachim? No, that's not Joachim. That's a new batter.
That's
And he swings
Swollen
Ogis. Swollen is off the mark with a single, and that brings the score from 76 to 77 in over number 15.
So Stephen Natrum has the glove now, Mr. Charles.
Oh, all right. That's a real keeper.
Yes.
He's keeping up for Joshua. Joshua bowls his first delivery. Well, let's see what kind of delivery it will be. And he dabs it at it. They're taking a quick single. Will it be run out? Yeah. Will the umpire finger go up? No. Stephen Natrum is not pleased, not happy that they took a single right there under his noses.
Yes, because that ball was going straight to the fielder. The fielder did not move fast enough to collect the ball and then to throw it to the keeper. So Stephen was a little disappointed and showed that in his expression.
Yeah. He's disappointed. So the bails are going to be, the bails were moved, and now they have collected the bails and to replace it so that the cricket can continue. Oh, that's exciting cricket. I just placed there 15th over, 78, 4 more overs to come. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 more overs to come.
After this one?
Yeah.
Okay, so that's a 15 going on.
That's a 15 going on there, yeah. Joshua.
Right, so we have the umpire, well, I want to give his nickname, Mr. Charles.
Nelson, umpire Nelson.
Right, umpire Nelson.
Yeah.
Marcus Nelson, okay, umpire Marcus Nelson. All right, sorry, ladies and gentlemen, I took a little time to mention the name. You know, we usually call him by his nickname.
Yes. Good shot there, Mr. CP. Yes. Here is he on drive there. What a fine shot there for the mid-wicket area. That's one of the best shots of the night.
Yes.
Wow.
Swollen August seems to be a very good player. Okay?
Yes.
He has demonstrated that, and you can see the composure.
Yeah.
Okay, you can see the shot play. You can see, I mean, the way he moves to the ball. He's not just simply swinging at the ball, but then he's playing the ball.
He's playing the ball, yeah. A good timing through between mid-wicket and mid-on for that elegant-looking shot. Here comes Joshua Man bowling to Swollen August, and he swings at this one. There's nobody near in the square leg area. That gave them another opportunity to take a single. It was misfield by the player who was deep mid-wicket, deep square leg.
Yes.
And even when he came in, he did not feel cleanly, and they took another two. So two to the total.
The keeper looked very disappointed.
Yes.
Because he expects the setup. Because remember I told you that he's a Windward Island player.
Yes.
So he would want that all of his players, even though they do not play at a national level or Windward Island, but he would expect them to show a level of play that would be that of a Windward Island player.
Yes. So over number 15, the score 84.
84.
84. So they are close to the
5?
97, you know. 14.
14 required.
Yeah, only 14 required in 5 overs.
In 30 balls.
30 balls. Okay, 30 balls.
Okay.
Wow. So there's a conference, mid-wicket conference there, not between the bowlers, the fielders there, and they agree that they will bring back on Ed. Is that Ed? No. This is not. Pardon? Travis. Okay, Travis is given the ball, and we are expecting good things from Travis as he tries to see if he can dislodge one of those batters to apply added pressure, more pressure on the Jaguar team. They are now sailing. I can say they are in the driver's seat. They are close to overhauling the 97 runs scored by the Forestierre team.
Yes, indeed. If it continues that way, Mr. Charles, we expect Jaguar to win that comfortably.
Yeah. Is Travis bowling to, they can take a single. If they want 2, they can get it. Will he get 2? Yes, they can get 2. He's coming back for it with a throw, a wayward throw, wide of the stump, the batter back in his crease. So the score moves on by 2 to 86.
Now again, some good cricket there, Mr. Charles. You see the first run, how he ran that fast?
Yeah.
Okay, so then it's always said that you run your first run fast, and
Very,
then you may never know what may happen, and then you get your second run.
very good.
So that was good running indeed by the Jaguar batters there.
Yeah, yeah. So Jaguars are happy, and Forestier needs to think of other ideas. That's a delivery on his pad, full on his pads. Joachim tried to swing that ball into the square leg area, didn't connect.
Now you can see, Mr. Charles, as if the shoulders of the Forestier team members about dropping.
Yeah.
Okay? They had been playing with lots of energy from the start, but now you can see as if
Oh, there's a nice drive there. Will somebody be run out? Will he be run out? He misses. Misses in the process. So they have scampered home for a single. The score is 87. 87. This was Natram who was feeling, he did not only feel that ball, he ran at that ball. Yeah. When he connected, he attempted to run out the player. Had he run the player direct throw, he would have been run out.
Yes. So that's the kind of energy he brings into
yes.
play. And that's what he expects now, that his other players will show all
yes.
that. But he almost got somebody injured there because the intensity with which he
threw the ball.
Yes.
All right. Here is Travis. Travis bowling to Swollen. Swollen got a ball that he tried to play it for Footman, didn't make contact. Keeper did not collect cleanly neither. So the score remains on 87. Yes, they need some encouragement. They need some encouragement. Forestier needs some encouragement as Travis comes the ball to him. He plays it uppishly through that vacant area there, and Natram has to just only go to retrieve. What a good he's a good onside player, this man Swollen.
Very much so. And then, I mean, I'm not too sure if he might have played one or two balls in the air, but in all his balls, he's playing it down.
Yes. 91. Can you imagine the 16th over there, 91 already?
Wow.
91, they missing 8 more runs. 7.
7 more for victory.
7 more for victory. Here comes, and he going to play that ball on the onside, doesn't make contact. Brings it over to an end. 91 for free. 91 for free. So the Jaguar team seem to be making light work of the score, the run that was placed for them to overhaul. And in the 16th over, they are already 91. That means that they are nearing let's say they are nearing home.
Yes, sir. And you know, Mr. Charles, the Jaguar team, I'm very impressed with them. And remember, they have just joined us this year, and then now they have qualified to go to Division 1.
Wow.
And look, now they're about to qualify to play the finals for the championship trophy of Division 2.
Wow.
And then they are always early for their matches. They are well clad, they're disciplined. Their coach, by the time they come, they do their warm-ups and they do their basics and so on. So they are a well-oiled team.
Very good team. We want to commend them for turning out first-timers out, and they are already looking like they might go through to the semi-finals of Division 2.
Right. And we must also commend Forestier, Mr. Charles, because remember, for about 3 or 4 years, they had been out of APL, and this year they decided to come back.
Yes. That's a no. Will that be a no ball signal? It is. It is a no ball signal by square leg. Yes. So 92. And will the signal come? Yes, the signal is there, and the free signal for the free hit. Nayak is not doing it, but that is in the mix. Yes, he's doing it now. He did it. All right. So there's a free there for Joachim. What will he make of the free hit? Here is Natram bowling. Will it be a faster one or a slow one? It might be a slow one. A faster one. That's good delivery. Yeah.
Yes, this over might be a tight one, Mr. Charles. However, there are still many more overs to come.
Of course.
4 overs after that?
Yeah, after this is...
Okay. So you still have quite a number of balls and overs to show that the runs can be scored easily.
Yes.
But I can see that this will be a maiden over.
Okay.
Well, we had one.
We had no ball.
No ball. But
yeah.
apart from that, my prediction is that will be a maiden.
No, but you know, the pace at which Natram is bowling, if Joachim just gets an edge
Oh,
it can run to, yeah, it can run to the footman boundary, fine leg area, you know. Right now we can see all the Jaguars, instead of sitting, they are now standing because they are nearing home so quickly that the excitement is building in the camp. Here is Joachim driving at the ball eludes him and the keeper, and no run to the total. 92, sorry. 92. Natram is bowling at I can say express pace. He has a short run up, but the quick arm action allows that ball to come with a lot of velocity.
Yes, sir. Now after that over, will we get another bowler who can actually maintain that?
That's the next thing. That's a good question. Good question. Natram bowls to Joachim. It is over the top. Will it go into the boundary? It might very well reach there. It does. Another good boundary, welcome boundary for the Jaguar team, and everyone is applauding.
So how many more runs?
96.
2 more runs to win, Mr. Charles.
2 more.
1 more to tie.
Yes.
2 more to win.
96.
And Jaguar, I'm
for
sure,
free.
by the time we score these 2 runs, they will be celebrating.
Yes,
they will. The final.
Oh, he's bowled. He's bowled. So the 4th week, Joachim, who played a good inning for his team, is going back to the pavilion, but he's going back at it where he can feel confident that the 2 runs needed will be able to be realized.
Stephen is showing that, Mr. Charles, he will not go down without a fight.
Yeah, he's fighting.
Yes, he's fighting till the end.
Yes.
He will give 110%.
Yes.
To show that.
Yeah, I like that warrior spirit that is in him, that he does not give up easily like this. Even though he's not getting much support from his teammate, yet if he has to do it alone, he will.
Yes. So the new batter coming in, Lisa, is Cherry. Richard Cherry.
Yeah.
So Richard Cherry used to play for CKS, Carol's Kitchen Strikers.
Okay.
But then he has moved now to the Jaguars.
All right. Let's see. And he was very effective in terms of bowling. So Richard Cherry. Natram bowls to Richard Cherry. Richard Cherry flicks it off his pads, he gets a single. So the score ties. So there's a tie now, 97. 1 more to, that brings it over to an end. So the other run needed will come in the next over. So 1 more to be deemed winners of the first semi-finals in Division 2.
Yes, sir.
And what an accomplishment for the Jaguars. First timers, they are already in the semi-finals. Will they come next week? Will they really be champion of Division 2? We don't know. But for now, they can say that they are safely into the semi-finals. Just 1 more run needed.
And I don't see them not getting that.
Yes, just 1 more. Good. So there's Joshua Mann operating. Joshua Mann came in too late, Mr. City.
Yes, I think so.
Yeah. Okay, there's a wicket. He went for that wayward delivery down the leg side, and as he swung at it, it lobbed in the air, and the keeper had a dolly catch.
No, the bowler there is Simeon Dalton. Right,
yeah.
Sir? Yes, that's a new bowler.
So that's the 5th, yeah.
Yes, Simeon Dalton.
Yeah, very good, sir. So Simeon Dalton, the new bowler, has taken a wicket. Although the delivery, it produced a wicket, but it was not one of the best deliveries. Not one of the best. So there's another batter who has joined Swollen.
And Mr. Charles, I will leave you now to do the end of the commentary as I get to organize things for the closing ceremony.
All right then, sir.
So take it home, Mr. Charles.
I'm going to do just that. So just 1 more run needed, ladies and gentlemen and viewers. We have 5 more deliveries to come in that over. We see here that he's coming in to bowl to the new batter, and he's forward defensive. Oh, that's a good ball, Yorker, and all he had to do was to put that vertical bat down. That's how to play a Yorker. Play the vertical, put the vertical bat down between the bats, your bat and your pads, and you deny him the opportunity of rocking into your stumps. So dot ball comes into ball, his for delivery. Will it be a good ball? He allows it to go through to the keeper. No run. Just one run needed. And so the Jaguars are all, if you can watch in their hut where they are, the camp, everybody is standing to rush onto the field when at the taking of that one run. He drives it over the top. It will go to the boundary. It will go to the boundary, the cover boundary, ladies and gentlemen, for another elegant looking shot. So the Jaguars are victorious tonight, ladies and gentlemen. They have scored 101 run in the 17th over. And so tonight, they deserve to be in the semi-finals. They are coming in to congratulate their two players and to shake the hands of the Forestierre team members. So tonight, ladies and gentlemen, Forestierre played a brand of cricket that they can continue to see where they can improve. That brand of cricket will bring some improvement to them because there are some good performances from them in terms of the bat and ball, and the Jaguar team needs to be commended because it looks like an overall team with batters and bowlers. And so when the batters have done the damage, you can expect the bowlers to come through and complete what was done. I like the performance of Peter Félicien. He was able to score, Peter Félicien was able to score 43 runs. And I will not say what he will get, what title he will get yet, but we'll do that when we go through the closing ceremony. But I want to recognize people like Richard Cherry. He also was able to get, when he was bowling 3 wickets for 14 runs in 4 overs. You know, that was the hallmark of the bowling of Jaguars. So we give Jaguars all the commendation that they need, and as they do so, we are expecting them to do well in the semi-finals that will come on later. So right now, we just recognize the involvement and the contribution that the two umpires have made, Umpire Nelson and Umpire Nayak. We want to wish them well as they continue to officiate in the APL and in the other tournaments to come. So right now, ladies and gentlemen, I will call on the losing captain of the Forestierre team. Yes. I want to congratulate them so far on their accomplishment. And Mr. CP, can you give me a mic, please, for the interview? Oh yes. So Mr. James, hard luck to you all tonight. The brand of cricket that you normally play, you did not bring it to the table this night, and so you miss out on a vital area to going into the quarterfinals of Division 2.
That is very true with what is being said. Before I continue, congratulations to Team Jaguars.
Yes.
Hard luck to we guys from Forestierre. As you know, whenever we come out to play, we come out to have fun.
Yes.
We always talk a lot on the field. We
Yes.
always give chats, but there is no insult, no obscenities, and that's what the APL is about. It's just about coming together and playing cricket, but they'll always have a winner and there'll always be a loser. It's just unfortunately that we end up on the losing side. But with the loss, congratulations to Travis for holding the innings together, allowing us to reach to that total. I believe he top scored,
Yeah.
and the other contributors.
Yeah.
As you can see, it was difficult out there to get the boundaries, but however, we had a solid partnership in the middle, and we
Yes.
managed to bring the total to 97.
But 97 was not enough.
97 was not enough.
What was in your mind?
Whenever I go out and play cricket, I always tell my guys, if things are not going our way, let us try and go for 3 figures. Psychologically,
Beautiful.
3 figures is always harder to get. So I'm sure with about 20, 25 runs on the board, a game for sure would have been more intense, because it was intense to the end.
It was.
It would have been more intense.
Very good, very good. So your plan for going to the semi-finals did not work out, but there are lots of other tournaments in the APL to come. I can mention a few. Charles CPAL tournament, yes, and the veterans. People like us, that's our game. So I want to wish you all the best going forward into those tournaments. And since you all were in the doldrums, so to speak, in terms of APL, and now you have made another showing, I want you all to remain and continue to move from stride to stride. Take it from stride to strength to strength.
Yes, thank you very much.
But Mr. Charles, before he goes, there is still something else, because they have to play a playoff to make it to Division 1. Jaguar, for the first time they're playing with us, they're already into Division 1. But Forestierre now, they have a playoff to go with Moshi.
Okay.
And then there is another team.
Yes.
And then, so tell us now, what can we expect from Forestierre? Because there is still something to fight for, which is to make it to Division 1.
All right.
Well, as everybody know from the previous games, when we win strong. And then when we lose, we always go down fighting.
Yeah.
So what I can say is, whenever Forestierre is playing, it's always going to be exciting. We don't give up until that last ball. As you can see, we had 1 run to do in the last over, and we came and we were just trying our best. So
wonderful.
Cricket is cricket, and it's never over till that last
ball is bowled. Okay. Well said there, Mr. James from the Forestierre team represented them, and he did a gallant job doing so. It's my pleasure now to call on to the mic and join me here, the winning captain. Mr. Solomon, congratulations, sir. How are you feeling this time around? You are in the semi-finals.
Semi-finals?
Yeah. You in that was a semi-final? Yes. Oh, you are in the finals. Oh, all right.
Yeah. I just want to compliment the comments made by the Forestierre captain. I find the game was played in a good spirit this evening. Kudos to them for giving us a competitive game on a difficult pitch. Again, I want to congratulate my guys for coming through at the end. We had, I think, the catch to get Mr. Natram out really set the tone early on in the innings, and I think after that we were able to come together and execute efficiently and restrict them as much as possible. We know they're a good side. We wanted to keep the batting below. We were looking below 120, and we were able to do that perfectly tonight. So again, I want to compliment my guys on going out there and executing the plan to the T.
So when you run out, unfortunately, you thought all was lost? Did that come to your mind? Or
no, not at all. I know we have the depth, and I know our guys always find a way to come through at the end. So I have full confidence in my team. I never doubted them for a second, especially with the runs that was posed on the board.
All right. So going forward now in the finals, what will be your plan to go into the finals against that other team that you will be playing against? Yeah.
I mean, we beat both of them already.
You have done that. All right. But it will not be easy sailing. Will it be?
Huh?
Will it be easy sailing for you?
No, game is easy sailing. I mean, our plan always is to go out, stick to the basics, execute, and do what we have to do to come through at the end of it.
Good. So I want to wish you all the best in that finals, and I'm looking eagerly forward to it myself, and also the viewers likewise.
All right. Thank you.
Good. All right. There you have it, ladies and gentlemen. So, ladies and gentlemen, man of the match this time around, it goes to the Jaguar team, but I will call out 2 good performances. One who goes by the name of Richard Cherry. He had 4 overs. He took 3 good wickets, and there were only 14 runs scored off his bowling. Round of applause for Cherry. But man of the match tonight, who was able to set the base and the foundation for the overhauling of 97 runs scored by the Forestierre team, goes to a man who scored 43 runs. He goes by the name of Peter Felicien. Congratulations, sir. You will receive your medal, sir, now. And I just have a few questions to ask you after you get your medal. Congratulations, sir, Mr. Forestiere. Tell me something. You took a brilliant catch there to dismiss one of the players. How do you feel about that catch?
Well, I think it was due. A lot of matches I dropped a few catches, and I think one was due. So.
Very good. And on your batting, you seem to have good timing. There was a cover drive that you made there, and it's still in my memory. You are able to have good timing, and also when you want to go for the sixes, you do that at will. How were you able to bat so freely at the wicket there tonight?
I was just watching each ball one at a time, taking my time, and making sure that I get to the play of the ball.
Very good. In the finals against either against Combined Vets or against Moshi, do you intend to do the same?
Well, I'll do whatever I have to do for my team. My team.
All right, so I want to wish you all the best and congratulations as you go forward into the finals. All right, ladies and gentlemen, now we are about to pray to bring the curtains down. Let us bow our heads for prayer as we ask God to give us direction and a safe trip home. Father God, we give you thanks for the outcome and for the performances of the various players and the teams that were present tonight. We pray that you will continue to give us the strength and the energy and the zeal so that we can continue to display our skill that you have blessed us with. Bless us as we go to our various homes. May we reach safely, we pray, through Jesus Christ our Lord. Amen. Good night, ladies and gentlemen. And Mr. CP.
As we normally do, Mr. Charles. Well, Forestierre, the third place for Division 2, the third place most likely will be played at Forestierre.
All right.
All right, so we are taking the third place place to Forestierre. All right, but in Mr. Charles, tomorrow night, it's a played third place. All right, that is between Laguerre and Agard. Then Thursday night we come back here live, and then that is Combined Veterans versus Moshi. Yes,
that's the next semi-final.
Yes, next semi-final.
Very good.
And Saturday night we come here
to the
third place. Plate Division 1.
Division 1.
You see, plenty cricket, Mr. Charles. And then now next week we come back to continue now with the Division 1 semi-finals. Monday night will be Mopo, Monripo versus Labe.
The clash of the giants.
And Tuesday will be Vanna versus Millet.
Oh, the Titanic.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir. So look out for more great cricket. And again, we say thank you, Mr. Jabatis Eagle Freight, for sponsoring this tournament and the live stream. And also, we have some other sponsors coming through to with us, Mr. Charles, for some of the other live stream. Next week, we are going to announce that. So we just want to tell them again, thank you very much. And we want to remind Dominica that APL, our tape ball team, St. Lucia tape ball team, will be heading to Dominica in August. Thank you very much again, Mr. Charles, for your great work.
Good night.
Your excellent and dynamic commentary. You keep us in check, you keep us in tune, you keep us alive, you keep us activated. Thank you very much again, sir.
It's a pleasure.
God bless you.
We're looking forward to the